Hello? Hello? Are we live here? Oh shit, where did I put my heart rate monitor? That's also something I need to find. I thought I put it somewhere here. Ah! Oh, this is probably gonna look really weird, especially given my super tight shirt, but okay. Just saying Cry.exe's Discord got hacked? What the fuck? Cry is doomed? Damn, unlucky. Wait, why is this stream running in 30 FPS? Ah, shit. I probably didn't adjust my settings correctly, did I? Yeah. Okay, chat. Today's stream is going to be a 30 FPS stream because I don't feel like fixing it right now. Unless I restart the stream. I mean, I could restart the stream, but it's like... Soup Knitter, what's up? Good morning. Oh, shit. It's kind of chilly. Where's my other remote?
90.
All right. Doesn't look like 30 FPS. It definitely looks like 30 FPS. Do you see this? Do you see this choppy movement? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Actual nightmare. Stream looks good though. Okay, that's all that matters. Chat. Welcome to today's stream. I was literally in this Discord with the devs in the BTMC talent server talking about vibe coding. Very hot topic. And I was like, huh, let's bring this on stream. So that's basically what we're doing. There is a separate thing, which if we have time, I'll play Osu, but it's kind of like a low priority right now. I'm just trying to make sure that I at least go live at least once every single day for at least like an hour or two. Even if it's like scuffed as fuck. So yeah. Just don't wave aggressively at the camera. I guess that's one way. So, shit. I need to make sure that everything is launched. Okay. Where is... Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. There we go. And then I should be able to drag this somewhere? What the? Ah, there it is. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. Lizard. Hello guys, good morning guys. I'm gonna bring up my chat now.
SPRWTV gifted a tier 1 sub to Venture Capital. They have 12 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Ethan, thank you for gifting that sub to Venture Capital. We love VCs. We love our VC friends, 100%. What was I doing again? Chat. I need to bring up my chat. There we go. And then my alert box. This is going to be scuffed for a little bit because I'm kind of like getting everything back up and running. But hopefully it's fine. Awesome. I just realized twitch.tv/venture capital is a real account. What the? Yonaman, thank you for the 90 months, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Kitchan. What's up? Oy. Okay, chat. Today's stream is going to be slightly scuffed only because, like, normally I would stream Osu. However, I don't even have Osu installed. Well, technically I have Osu installed. I have Osu stable installed, but I forgot to move over my laser client from my old PC. So I think I'm just going to reinstall laser and just copy over my existing files. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's good enough. But yeah. So new updates in case you missed yesterday's stream where I was like building out my setup again. The zoom on the camera is back. You can now see my crusty face. Isn't that incredible? So like this is back. We redid our setup in a way that allows me to do this. Okay. Second update with the setup. I can now. Oh shit. I can now do this. Whoa! Isn't this awesome? I can just pick you guys up and just take you guys places. Like randomly. Just because I feel like it. Because like, I basically have my face cam permanently attached to a wireless setup. I don't know how often I'm going to do this. 2025.
It's really
just know that I can do it. And so if my roommate's around, I'll talk to them just to make sure that they're cool with me basically bugging them. But I'll probably like go up to my roommates and just fucking like annoy them or some shit. I think that'd be fun. Wait, I would have to figure out the audio because like audio would need to come from this. Ooh, okay, that probably won't take too long to figure out. Actually, I could figure that out right now. But yes, that's the second update to the setup. Ed, don't abduct, please. What? I basically just have to disconnect one cable and then I'm good. Make it a separate source. I'll have to figure some things out with like the scenes and stuff, but it's whatever. But anyways, chat. Okay, I am talking with my dev server. I want to finish this conversation with them. And then we can like get on to the next topic, which will probably be like, I don't know, whatever Osu related shit. But yeah, the topic is vibe coding. Basically, to intro you guys, I started working with Cloud Kitchen. Cloud Kitchen basically does like marketing for people, right? One of the clients that we're working with is called Anything AI. They are a vibe coding application. And so I hit up the Osu talent server to basically get their thoughts on like vibe coding apps. And let's just say it's been pretty spicy, pretty spicy. But I feel like I'm learning a lot. So yeah, very exciting. Zytech, thank you for the 21 months. Appreciate it. Oh, hello, Doremi. Good morning.
Why does the server name keep changing every time I look at it?
Are you talking about my Discord server or the BTMC talent server? I'm pretty sure the talent server only changed from like the dev server, the Osu dev server, to the talent server, and that was it. Is the TV pics changing working? It should be. I don't see any new submissions yet though, but it should be working. Your Discord server? Okay, Deadrock kind of manages that, so it kind of just like, yeah. Oh, what the?
38 years BTMC hype.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back. I just got called by some random bot asking me to like buy some new trash cans. Like, not even joking. They're the trash bins that like are outside. But anyways, hello Derpster Whale. Thank you. Buy the trash cans? Hell no. All right. Whoa, hello Tayu. Thank you very much. 10 gifted is crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oilers? Ah, dude. We missed the Oilers. It's been a while. I'm just like, I'm so sick and tired. I'm basically making it a priority. Like before literally anything else, I'm just going to go live and stream at least for like an hour or so, even if like my entire day is busy, and then just figure the rest out. Because like every single time I start my day, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take care of this one little thing. And this one little thing snowballs into like 12 different things. And those 12 different things snowballs into like 100 different things. And I give up. I can't, bro. Like if I don't make the stream a priority, it's doomed. That's it is what it is. Oh shit, did I move it too far? All right, hopefully that's fine. All right, anyways, I'm going to undeafen now and we'll just continue on the conversation. If you guys want to join this Discord, do we even still have a link to it? Dev server. If it gets like too hectic, then like I'll just like join somewhere else. Oh, fuck. I never set up my stream deck. Oh, my God. Hold on. Let me see if I can set up my stream deck, right? Oh, no. I can't set up my stream deck because I have to restart OBS. Okay, fuck it. We'll just do this stuff later. It's whatever. I think I'm Oh, shit. What the? I think I'm qualified enough to, about vibe coding as I'm working on my master about math on AI, simplified for sake of for understanding. Vibe coding is fine, in my humble opinion, if you're using it as just a tool. Not just like Jarvis make me the next billion-dollar company. You wouldn't learn shit. I agree with you. That's my stance as well. But I'm also trying to hedge myself because like I've basically been in both camps where like, you know, I've heard the people who have been impacted by AI taking their jobs. People aren't hiring as many designers, developers, talented people as a result of AI, right? And I've seen the impact. It's impacted my friends as well. My girlfriend's sister's husband was recently laid off, and they're like a senior web developer or senior full stack developer or some shit. So like I see that shit, and I know how it impacts people. On the other side, I've joined one of my friends' startup, and they are based in San Francisco. And I went to San Francisco and I've actually seen what the cutting edge or what people are basically trying to do with these AI applications. The products that they're trying to make, the vision or direction that they're trying to go in. And I'm not going to lie, some of it is kind of cool. Like some of this I can see if they actually work, I could see myself using. And so I'm kind of torn. And so like for this one specific application, it's a vibe coding application that we'll probably get into and try demoing today. I've been tasked as like now working for Cloud Kitchen. I've been tasked with basically like experimenting with the product and trying to figure out a good way to basically market it, right? I'll be making a short on it soon. And then basically I just want to know what I'm getting into, right? When it comes to vibe coding applications, I've tried them before, but I've always felt like I'm not very technical enough to really like utilize them properly. But I've been following this guy named Theo, or T3 Chat is like his startup. He's like an ex-Twitch developer who recently started his own startup, who does his own thing. And like I've been watching his videos, and like I feel like he has a pretty like based take when it comes to AI, or maybe it's just the fact that I just follow him. I feel like his coverage on like this space is really interesting. And like I kind of agree with his take, which is basically like I don't think vibe coding applications, which is basically type a prompt, get a website application, something, right? I don't think normal people are going to be able to use it effectively. But I do feel like developers who kind of know what they want would be able to utilize it to get like, you know, maybe 40, 50, 60% of the way there, maybe as like a minimum viable product to like pitch an idea to someone and then like take things from there. I do see the value in that. I also see the value in like a person like me who's not very technical to see the possibilities of like vibe coding and then use that as like an incentive to actually look into software developing, learning the basics and trying to figure out how to like take it from that, you know, 40, 60, 70, 80%, and then take it all the way there. So that's why it's piqued my interest. But I also want to like tread this this topic with a bit of caution, because I do know that AI is a very touchy subject. It is a very sensitive subject for a lot of people. And so it's just like kind of conflicting for me, because like I'm kind of in the middle of everything. On one hand, I see the impact that AI is happening on everyone, but I'm also like technically working for an AI company now. So it's like weird. Yeah, kind of weird. AI in back is simply a stateless machine that guesses whatever it's based that's trained on. So it takes shit, it outputs shit. AI in theory, at least for now, cannot actually learn. They're dumb as fuck. Yeah, I'm currently seeing like the whole trend towards like AGI, and I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. Like based off, okay, I've watched like a couple videos from 3 Blue 1 Brown about the basics of LLMs, about like the transformer, about matrix multiplication, about these like vectors, how like each weight in a LLM is basically a vector in a trillion dimension wide thing, and each like token, which is a part of a word, is given a certain meaning through these various different vectors. And so I can't wrap my head around it. From what I understand, none of the AI researchers can wrap their head around it either. They're just like basically like adjusting the training data in because apparently the data itself can also like make or break a machine. Exactly what you said. Anyways, I only have what I feel like is like a 2 layers deep understanding. You know, like as a person who's taken one computer science course, who's watched a handful of YouTube videos, and then who has seen like or worked with like other startups who are within the AI space who are trying to do things. I kind of have like a surface level understanding of like what these AIs can or cannot do. I personally feel like this whole like trend towards AGI just isn't really possible unless like it can do things outside of like what's already done. And I don't really see that happening with a prediction model, which is basically what an LLM is. That's my personal take. However, I am interested to see what other people think. So, yeah, you have to answer the question. That's mainly what makes you different than other AI companies and tech giants like Google or Claude, who are also trying their absolute best to answer the exact same problem with the same vision as you. I also agree, which is why I feel like it's a giant bubble, because at the end of the day, if ChatGPT, like, there was a trend in like startups where basically people were racing to create AI agents, right? And then I think ChatGPT recently launched their own agent builder. I don't know if it's any good, but that basically just wipes out all these fucking startups, right? Like, why use their agent when you can just use ChatGPT's, assuming that it's good? But yeah, whatever. But anyways, okay, I'm gonna undeafen Discord. There's a bunch of people in the voice chat. And I'll try to like look at chat from time to time to like, you know, see what people are talking about, and try to bring you guys into the conversation. But if you are a developer, please join the Discord at !dev server. We'd love to bring you into the discussion as well. All right, let's see. I have to do everything manually now. So variety. Oh, hello. What the fuck? My overlays are all scuffed. Oh, damn, I still have my Ninja Brain bot. Okay, chat, I need to set up RSG again on this PC. Oh, man. Oh, man. What a classic. Okay, chat is good. Hopefully my alert box is still working. What the hell is this? Oh, I don't need that. Display capture is the big thing. Okay. I think it's working now. Good morning. I'm back. I am now live.
Hey,
we're live.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, it's Michael here.
So I got my chat up to speed with like the conversation up until this point. Wait, stage. What do you mean? Why is everyone saying Ed
You
no?
should probably make a stage channel because people just go here and stream or say Banana Blue words. It's like making a voice channel. You can choose a stage channel and it allows you to just take people who should
you're
speak.
streaming in 720p.
Wait, I see it. Dev talk.
Sorry, in the future. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Can you guys join it?
Sure.
Where? Here. Okay.
Oh, what the fuck is this? Yo, what is this? I've never used this. Waiting for the stage to start. What will you be talking about today? Start the stage, create event, or continue without starting for mic checks. Start the stage. Vibe coding. Hello? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Wait, there's a lot of people. Oh, wait, is this literally just the people that were in? Oh, wait, I see the vision. Good morning. Oh, shit. Okay, I probably have to disable my camera here. And then... Good... One sec. Deactivate. Good morning, oh shit, I'm reversed. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so okay, I see some people have their hands raised. How do I give them like shit? Open mod view, add friend, open stage. Invite to speak? Oh, I see the vision. All right. Raise your hand if you would like to come in. Oh, what's up, Thunderbirdo? You're the first one in.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, I kind of like what we had before when like there was just like a bunch of people talking and then like it was kind of civil. So like I'll just add a bunch of people. Utiva, I think Utiva will also be like really insightful because I know Utiva, you're very against any usage of AI, yeah?
Mainly just like generative AI.
Generative AI.
I guess.
Well, pretty much
Like,
everything that
some AI
uses an LLM is generative AI, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It depends on like the situation. It depends.
This is another thing that pisses me off, by the way. Like this whole fucking LLM trend ruined the term AI. Like all machine learning has just become like AI, or all machine learning got like killed under generative AI, which that's my own, that's a separate thing, but like it's whatever. All right, anyone who wants to speak, just raise your hand. I'm just going to invite you in. If it gets too hectic, I'll figure something out. I might just purge everyone and then just like switch to like a one-on-one. Oh, Voxel. Oh yeah, Voxel was W. Voxel was literally like in the background vibe coding random shit like while we were talking. That was funny. Oh, Ethan, of course, 100%. All right.
Ed, what's your take on the vibe coding? Is it like good or bad in your opinion?
What's my take? Okay, so for me, I hate to say this, okay, but I need to be 100% selfish here. At the end of the day, I'm a customer and a business owner. And as a business owner, I am looking for how tools can save me time, save me money, and make me more effective at my job. I see vibe coding's promise as valuable only because I feel like it will allow me to execute on ideas faster, right? So, for instance, I want to create the vision. I don't expect a vibe coding application to build a 1v1 matchmaking system that instantly integrates within OSU that allows multiplayer game mode experiences and tracking and all this other shit, right? But if it can get me like 20% of the way there, it's for me to be inspired with like, hey, this aspect is cool. I like these ideas. Like, and then like help communicate that with real people who I actually can trust that can get the job done. That'd be dope. The promise of vibe coding, I think, is completely unrealistic, which is a normal person describing what they want in a prompt and then getting what they want built by the AI. I disagree with that even being possible, only because I feel like normal people who are not technical do not know what they want. In fact, it is the reason why you go to certain agencies, because you have a problem and you don't know how to fix it. That's why there are so many talented people who are there to help you understand what your problem is, what you need to do to fix it, and then like to help you walk you through that process, right? I don't think a vibe coding application in its current state would be able to do that. Maybe in the future, that's cool. And if it does get there, that would be a value add. But in its current state, with the ones that I've tried, I don't think it's there yet. So I guess we'll see. So that's my current state.
So basically, your take is that if it's usable, then you will use it, but you would let like some real developers check the application before you like run it or something. Yeah.
I feel like I'm practical in the sense of like as a business owner, like yes, that is what happens at the end of the day. With that being said, I don't like the idea of like as a business owner, it doesn't make sense for me to have this. I think it's called key person risk. In this case, it would be a piece of software, right? If I have to rely on a vibe coding application in order for me to run my business, that's a huge point of risk. I would want access to that software to be able to manipulate it as I see fit with my own team that I have under my own jurisdiction, right? And so it depends on like, I guess what the website is like accessible. Do I trust that this website is going to be around in like 10 fucking years? Et cetera, et cetera. So as a result, like I don't see anyone, like any enterprise/business solutions utilizing these applications on a long-term sense, unless they were to like, you know, sketch something out to then have their internal team recreate or build on top of it. I do see a sense of technical people who know what they want, who see a solution, who could build out these solutions themselves to then use these vibe coding applications prompted well to describe the problem that they want to solve, and then basically solve problems that they could solve themselves, but is not worth their time to. That I do see as a value add.
Pretty understandable.
Can I say something?
Yeah, okay, Papa.
Okay, I sent you a link on Theo T3.gg's video on Claude made its own language. Did you see that?
Where is that?
It's a scroll like 2 windows up, like 2 screens up.
Is it in Dev Talk?
So basically, the idea is that no, it's in the general. It's like
general.
Let me just send you the link again on general. Yeah, here's the link. Anyway, the idea is that this guy.
Should we watch this together? Is there a specific?
This guy went ahead. I mean, you can, but let me just give you the intro first.
Sure.
This guy basically went ahead and told Claude to make a programming language, and then went for like 3 months. This thing was running in the background in the cloud. It was running in the background for 3 months. He spent $36,000, like it comes to like $12,000 a month, running this thing. And in the end, it had a fully functional programming language with a compiler that works, and like with a GitHub repository with issues and whatnot. It handled everything with no prompts, just an initial prompt to say that like, I want a Gen Z programming language. Basically, what these AIs, modern AIs, agents, do normally is that they are able to prompt themselves and keep running like ad infinitum. They can implement things, they can decide on design decisions, basically take the place of a software engineer as a full entire thing. It doesn't need any like specific directions from expert people. It can just by trial and error figure out all of these things given enough time. This is like this is an example of that room in real life. You can watch the video if you don't believe me.
So
Theo talks about it in much more detail.
What I'm hearing is that from like a very simple prompt that wasn't very what's called in depth, this AI in the span of 3 months was able to actually take that, execute on a task, and according to Theo, it did it correctly, which is cool.
Yes.
Now my question is, how useful is that to me? Because in my sort of stake, if I'm
I don't know.
If I'm genuinely trying to create
Listen,
if I'm trying to create a programming language, there's probably a reason why I would want a new programming language versus something that exists already. Me as an end user, I'm not going to prompt it to create a new programming language unless I know ideally every other programming language, what each one excels in, what each one fails at, and what I want this new one to do. And this value proposition for this new programming language needs to exceed that, needs to provide so much value that it would what's it called? Want me to prioritize learning this new programming language that this AI gives me in order to then like execute on a task, right? So it's that specific part of like of a person knowing what the existing market can't deliver on, knowing what they want the product to deliver on. That technicality, I feel like, is what makes these vibe coding applications useful to people, and why I feel like the value proposition to a person who isn't technical, the value isn't as much there. Because chances are, like, if you are going to create something using these vibe coding apps, it's going to be very surface level, very like not as useful. It's slop at the end of the day, right? You're trusting the AI to make a bunch of inferences on like basically assumptions on what you want, which may or may not actually be what you want. And like for most normal people, I don't think they know what they want. I struggle with this even as my own, as a creative. I don't know what I want until like I actually do the process, make a video, and then realize like after trying different things, I figure out what I want. How can I, like, I can't really expect an AI to figure that out for me, you know? Maybe it gets good enough where it does do that, but that's where I see things currently.
So like,
So if I am understanding correctly, what you're trying to currently tell is that when an AI is trying to make something, it needs to do design decisions based around the specific thing it's working on, like the vision you're talking about.
Yes.
And currently, these AIs, being prediction machines, they intelligence for that, like it's actually capable of thinking and making new like discoveries in various fields. So in the current state of AI, I think that is impossible to do unless you're a technical person who knows what they're thinking about and they can actually come up with a vision that will like end up in a good application, as like for example you said a programming language, and why would I prefer this new programming language over the older ones. So the problem statement that in the initial prompt we need a idea that is like actually usable as a new programming language, and you also want AI to come up with that, and I think that is currently either very hard or just impossible to do.
My stance is like it's not useful, like unless you do these prerequisite things, which is knowing what you want and then knowing what problem you want to solve, basically, right? So like, yeah, like having these demonstrations for like what it's capable of, I think that's dope. I do think that's dope. It makes me realize that there is like some sort of opportunity here. Now it's up to me to figure out what I want to do with it, right? And like that's assuming that they do deliver on what these vibe coding applications promise. So what I'm now trying to get at is basically, okay, if these, like, assuming that these vibe coding applications are useful, how can I make the most use out of it? Specifically in the way of like, okay, what skills do I need to build in order to be able to use these things effectively? In my mind, it starts with a lower level, which is basic prompting skills, right? Clarifying what I only watch like a handful of YouTube videos. So like basically what role you want the AI to play, what specifics. So I guess in like websites there would probably be like, I don't know, like a database, some authentication for login, some like UX for like whatever the website looks like, and then like what's the purpose of it, and then like a bunch of the granular specifics. I guess it can like assume, and then you like give feedback on whether or not it's good or not through further prompts, right? That's cool. But what I am like interested in is this AI will only spit out things that I like, you know, like it'll spit out things, and then I'm assuming it gives me access to like the code at the end of the day. That's dope. I now then want to be able to manipulate the code myself to get it basically to the 100%, because there's probably like there are things that I feel like you can't describe through language that you kind of just have to do like either yourself or by people that you trust that kind of are on the same like wavelength, if that makes any sense, right? Because language can only go like so far, and I guess they're like what's it called let me use like an editing analogy in this case, right? For some of my videos, like one of the reasons why I have like such an issue with delegating my editing, and why I feel like I still struggle with like having a successful edit, is because there are some cases in which there are such minor changes that I want to make that I feel like would make into a better video that I can't really describe through like words. So maybe it's like literally shaving off a couple extra frames from like a cut. Maybe it's having a specific cut land in the middle of a sentence on a specific word. Like technically I could like describe it through words, but in other ways it's like, okay, in order for me to figure out how many frames or how many seconds I want cut, I would kind of need to go in and like take a look at it myself. So like that idea of going under the hood and investigating and then figuring out the problem and seeing the problem and then understanding what the problem is and then coming up with how I want the solution to happen, I feel like that requires another layer beyond prompting of technical knowledge that I now have an incentive to develop in order to create this. And so like that's what I feel like is another value add from these vibe coding applications, because there are people like me, I'm assuming there are other people like me, who do want to operate in a sort of first principles matter to create things. But at the moment, the proposition of me taking like a 4-year course in college to learn how to code isn't really feasible for me right now. However, seeing this vibe coding application, I can now see, okay, maybe I can accelerate my learning a lot faster by like trying different things, going into the code, manipulating it, and like seeing what works, and then like operating with a community of like you guys, understand what am I actually doing and how that impacts things, and then like basically be able to what do you call it, like like recursive learning. Like trying things, failing, learning from it, trying it again, failing, learning from it, and doing it over and over and over again.
So the thing is, if you want to learn coding, I think like one thing I would advise is like ask people in here, because there's plenty of people that could make you just learn coding faster than university could.
So the question, like so let's stop right there.
Streams and stuff like that.
Where would I even begin with that?
I don't know.
So like on what I was that's the thing. I don't know what I want to code.
I mean,
yeah,
the
but
thing
like
is...
for example, like a lot of ideas that I've heard in this server pertain to websites. So like starting with the basic HTML, CSS, JavaScript, it's not that difficult to start with this. So maybe you could just like learn to do some front end code and then go from there.
Yes.
But, like,
so that's what I feel like is the current framework for learning. You start from the absolute basics and you work your way up. What I feel like is the value proposition here, especially for people who want to be technical people like myself, is that instead of starting from the bottom and working your way up, instead of a video editor watching how to use every single macro, all the timeline shortcuts and everything in DaVinci, I feel like this vibe coding application allows me to have the alternative, which is start a fucking project, put videos on the timeline, and start editing, and learn like, okay, the first thing that I need to know is like, okay, how do I put these two clips together, right? Well, I probably have to import it first, right? Like instead of like learning from like a structured basis, which I feel like is too slow, I feel like vibe coding could play an application with being, I start with a project, know I have a problem that I want fixed, and I focus on fixing that problem. By fixing that problem, I learn. Does that make any sense?
No. Well, setting aside like the ethical issues that people are bringing up in chat and stuff like that.
Yeah, the ethical issues is kind of
personally
doomed.
As someone,
I'm also depressed over that shit, dude.
Pretty technical when it comes to code. If I have to deal with an AI's code, I'm gonna have a worse time than if I was doing it myself. And so like one worry I would have with a tool like this is it gives you a bunch of code, and there's a bunch of code that doesn't make sense, and you basically end up having to maintain a code that the AI made, and it takes more time than doing the software from scratch without AI.
I also experienced that issues when I've been like experimenting with various different AI tools. Like these companies promise so much, and the execution is like, especially for people who actually know what they're doing, is yeah, we might as well just do it ourselves. Yeah.
And like, for example, the previous programming, like that, I don't know who brought it up. Voxel, you brought up like that like some AI agents made a programming language for Gen Zs, and like there are tons of people who have made programming languages and published it on GitHub and stuff like that.
I saw a dude who made like a programming language out of like rock or some shit. That was cool. That was like a 20-minute video or some shit. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. That was dope.
But like, yeah, that's probably why it worked. It's because there are tons of programming languages out there, so it's pretty simple for an AI to make a simple one and to apply techniques that are widely known to fix problems that people bring issues with. Like that's one of the things. Also, Utiba, I think Utiba wanted to talk for us so long.
Utiba, pop up.
There's some people that are wanting to be moved up, and also if you're just gonna keep yapping, you should probably let someone be able to move people.
Oh shit, true. How do I give someone permission to like add people in?
Bass or something. You could probably call him here because they need to be mods.
Is Bass alive? I don't even know.
Maybe.
No. I mean, who's
which programming languages do you know?
Enzo and Megan are online, but I assume they don't want to be here.
How do I even give someone permissions to like drag people in and shit?
I think you kind of just like have to give them like a mod role.
You have to give them moderator.
Shit.
How much you want to do that?
Okay, how about you guys just bitch to me every time someone raises their hand? How about that?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't have to be too crazy.
In the meantime, Utiba, Thunderbirdo, me, and probably some other people were looking at the site of the project.
Oh, anything,
and
yeah?
Basically,
so that's the client. So the reason why I'm even like, sorry, let me just preface this. The reason why I'm even like interested in this is kind of because I have to. I'm working with Cloud Kitchen, and one of our clients is anything. And so for me to do my job effectively, I need to interface with this. It just so happens that I do have like this underlying interest with it, so I don't mind it. So that's the reason why we're even bothering with anything specifically. What I do feel like is kind of a fun opportunity is that they gave me access to like their highest like subscription thing. So what we could do on stream is actually experiment with like trying different things, burning like 20 trees and 50 million gallons of water, and just like try generating random shit. But yeah.
Okay. The thing is, I do want to just throw out there.
Sure.
First of all, that this site was built off of AI, and all of their privacy policy, their terms and services, it was also generated with AI. And reading into it a little more, they take a lot of data that I don't know you necessarily want.
Holy shit!
I don't know if you'd like to promote that.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like if your job is telling you to do something, do you really have a say?
For sure. No, I totally get that. It's just things that, like, reading into it, things that are sold and collected, like contact details, real names, postal address, education details, employment history, employment current, financial details.
How the fuck would they even get access to that stuff? What the hell?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if that's something that is wanting to be promoted. And I totally get it. It's your job. Like, you've got to do all this stuff regardless of what's happening. You've got all this side by side with Cloud Kitchen. It's a bit scary when that's the main thing that I first see when opening this website.
I definitely agree. That definitely is a red flag. I will like make my own like anecdotal comment when I like, especially with like the round table, for example, we made our contracts extremely like it's filled with red flags, as in like if you fucking like if your carbon dioxide exits and enters the space, you are now liable for people dropping dead on the floor from carbon dioxide poisoning.
For sure.
Like we make our contracts extremely like we don't want to have any liability whatsoever. On the data aspect,
Okay.
I'm sure they want to have access to like literally anything, so they can build off of it and like train their AIs and stuff. And like, yeah, that I guess that is. It just depends on the user if they're willing to like give up that sort of access. For me, as a person who's like interested in like the cutting edge of where these startups are going and what people are building with these things, I've kind of like accepted that like. I'm not saying other people should do this, but I kind of accepted that it's just like it's whatever, dude. I stopped giving a shit.
No, it makes sense because there's so many companies.
Yeah, there are some differences between some pages, and basically it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah,
I can show you because we've been investigating that while you were deafened.
Yeah.
I'm streaming on Discord right now.
Yep, I'm seeing
here. So basically, this is the site. Yeah, you can judge whether it looks good, bad, AI generated or not. It doesn't really matter. However, the funny things start down here, and you might imagine that you probably would want to read privacy policy. Well, you can't from this point. You could also want to read TOS. Sadly, no. You also can't read privacy policy. Also,
and that's the first red flag. They try and hide it from you.
Flag.
Show the bottom of the privacy policy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
it's kind of hard to find it. However, we actually found a way to get into those privacy policy in terms of service. In terms of privacy policy, if you scrap that dash policy from the URL,
Oh, this is
you
privacy
basically
policy.
have a privacy policy that was last updated 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, okay? It basically contains some interesting stuff, such as no GDPR regulations about deleting your account, which is, from also where some people just nuke their accounts this way. It's basically a thing that you need to have to work in the EU, as far as I know, and it's basically not existent in this place.
I see.
Yep.
There's also a table which contains which things they take from you, such as where yes is present, contact details, which is obvious, real name, alias, postal address, telephone, unique personal identifier, online identifier, internet protocol address, which is also understandable. IP addresses are something that sites collect. It's not nothing weird. Email address, account name, it's all right. Name, contact information, education, employment history, and financial information. Yes, which is also kind of sketchy that they want to collect, for example, your tax data. At least that's what I understand. Also, things that they're supposedly not collecting.
Supposedly,
I'm
not sure if I buy
have
that.
no idea to check. What is also funny is this thing.
Bottom, go to the bottom.
Yeah, this privacy policy was created using terms this privacy policy generator, which, if you go, then, well, it's a privacy policy generator.
Yeah.
Which is kind of...
I'm not gonna lie, like
all the stuff in there can be taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah, like I would do that myself, to be honest. Listen, I don't know what I want. Like, it gets into the same situation. I don't know what I need in my privacy policy. So like I myself would probably go outsource my privacy policy to someone else.
Yeah, but
like I can definitely see that this execution of their privacy policy, given they have a broken fucking link and it hasn't been updated since 2 fucking years. And another thing, after talking with their like CEO and stuff, like they went through this like rebranding stuff. They used to be called create.xyz, and I see like this thing is called is for Create Incorporated.
Those domains are also mixed, but there could be worse stuff out there.
Yeah,
they probably haven't even read that. I think it happens because usually if you don't want to give a good example of using AI in terms of how you like it, how you describe it, you should probably do that and then like read it or just base off of it and not basically just rip Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. Okay, it's time to play CS meme.
Yeah.
About TOS, TOS does not work using this link, but if you type terms, it does. This is a PDF file, which is
we found all
This is the dev server, by the way. This
We
is
found
why
all
it's
this
more
in
than
like
the dev
5 to
server.
10 minutes.
which,
Shout out
which
to the dev
if you
server.
see, this is not a normal HTML page because it is
This is
a
a
PDF?
PDF?
file. This is basically a PDF file hosted on their server, which is Chromium's thing to show it. Basically, if you probably went to this page on your phone, it would download you a PDF, but I'm not gonna test it. And
So there's
yeah.
a couple things I just want to say. There's a couple things about this terms of service. They actively double back on their privacy policy and what data they collect and don't collect. And as well as that, they also define, if you just control F, sale, you'll find that they define sale of, you got to find it, but it's one of the 5. Sale of data.
Okay,
which means
data.
that they're
I
selling
saw that.
data.
I'm gonna quickly check the
Hang
screenshot
on,
because
let
I
me
think
double
there was
check.
a screenshot. Yeah. I know it was there, but I don't remember the exact spelling.
Yeah. So they're actively selling the data that they collect, which is a bit scary.
Opt out,
Let
I
me
think
see if
it
I can
was.
find it.
Opt out.
There's no
Hang
opt
on.
out.
Yeah, there's
maybe
no
the
opt out.
privacy.
You can't opt out. And the thing that's like the European Act to like allow users to opt out and sell their whatever and get rid of their data isn't actually on their page. They don't actually acknowledge it or allow for it to happen.
Oh my
Okay, it's
god.
on the privacy policy.
Oh.
It was your rights with respect to your personal data, right to opt out of the processing of your personal data if it is used for targeted advertising, the sale of personal data, or profiting in furtherance of decisions that provide legal or similarly significant effects, profiling.
Quote unquote. Yeah.
And as someone who...
Oh shit, is that helium on your taskbar? I'm sorry. W.
Yeah, it's helium. Yeah,
oh, that's dope.
W.
Hey,
Helium.
fire. I've been watching like the beef between him and
okay.
what was his name? Wacko versus the Helium Cellular Network. That shit was funny.
Those things don't matter as far as I see because they're basically just Control C Control V stuff to some states.
Yeah.
But this thing, that's you're right, is a possibility to opt out from future selling or sharing your personal information to the third parties. So they kind of say that when you sign in or log in or make an account, you basically opt into that. So your account, so your data is basically bye-bye.
Yeah. So basically, like you have to
Also,
opt out every single time you log in, wait for them to approve of it, and then like.
Yep.
Yeah, I think in summary, like your data is cooked if you use this 100%. Like,
yeah,
is
maybe like 2 or 3
it's not.
more
It's
years
whatever.
of
This is
waiting,
kind of
yeah.
this is fucked up. But
Painter,
yeah,
you might want to check the VC chat. You might want to check it out.
Oh,
we found something.
Hosting
We
their
found
website
something
on
else.
Vercel.
Oh
Which
my
one?
gosh, they're publicly leaking all of that? You're serious?
Oh, what the fuck? Wait, I'm not sure if I can show this on stream.
Where?
Goodbye.
No, I think it's fine mostly.
Let me take a look.
I think we've cut out what is. Yeah, because it's just 7.6. No, I think it's fine. It's public info.
It's
it's
fine. It's public info. It's fine. It's public info.
It's not leaking to IPs. It's just leaking to servers. Like.
Okay. All right. So in summary, if I'm understanding this correctly, they're basically treating the privacy policy as like absolute dog shit. Like if you care about your privacy, you should not be using this 100%. That's what I'm getting at. Is that correct?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and just the unprofessionality from it.
Can I share one thing? I have to. Your screen is being shared, so I can't share anything. But I want to show exactly why AI isn't good.
Go on.
Okay, hang on. So I'm taking this directly from their site. So let me know if you can see that. But the thing is that what happens with AI, and you can clearly tell this site was made with AI, but I'll tell you why in a minute. Is that AI doesn't necessarily. There are some programs that are out there that like integrate themselves with the coding language and everything. But the thing with AI is that it'll attempt to put everything into a single script a lot of the time. And so what will happen is you've got multiple different scripts all using lots of different things for very minor things. Like this one, I looked into it. This is just an image in the top left corner. They've got
Isn't this
everything.
Is the
network
website now
figure?
bundled?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Yeah, isn't
I
this
think
an
it's
extra?
bundled because like it's
Oh,
compiled. I think.
Like all.
Yeah, most
none
of these
this
websites
is,
are bundled by Next.js, something like that.
What does that
none
mean?
of this is. It's all
when something is
poorly
bundled with
optimized.
Next.js?
Okay, so imagine this ad. There's stuff like Next.js, which is basically a framework. Like,
Yeah.
while you could write a raw code, which is basically a normal way to write, some people thought, what if you make some helpful tools to make it automated in a bit? And what it does is it allows you to use, for example, to make custom components and stuff. And then before showing the site to the customer, a code processes it and makes a version of it that works on your site, on your Chrome, for example, with those components, those custom components, some internal logic bundled into it, usually in a hard-to-read way. However, it works, and a developer has a pretty easy way to make a site using tools that are already existent.
Yep.
While also being able to give it to clients in an optimized way. And Next.js is one of the most popular ones for React, which is like, the top standard thing, most popular one.
At the end of the day, the thing I'm trying to drive at is AI might be great at like maybe sometimes building something that half the time will work, but the other half is a lot of unoptimized systems that are only going to be taking a ton of resources, ton of different things, and at the end of the day, also having a ton of security backend flaws. And if that's what you're going to continue to use to build something that a lot of people are going to use, it's not exactly what you should go publicly putting forward.
Yeah,
like,
that's
this is the end of the day, and, like,
what a nightmare.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Even I, like, but before I actually started getting into coding, I thought, let me try building something that's like great with AI and stuff. And like what ended up happening is like the AI just throw in like the API key for my code.
Oh
right in
yeah,
the
I saw people on
back
Twitter
thing.
basically like searching for like OpenAI API
Yeah.
keys that are just like publicly listed and, they're
And
just mooching off of like free
all
credits.
of that. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't take into account privacy, like security, anything. People have gotten hacked off of using AI built tools.
Holy shit.
Not
Okay.
the best thing.
That's insane.
Because
Yeah,
the
but
problem here is that this is pointed at people who are usually inexperienced with AI coding, or I mean coding in general. AI coding is a different thing. And the fact that AI code is sometimes good, it's acceptable, but you should check it at least, I don't know, 2 or 3 times to make sure it is 100% correct. And usually it's like, I don't know, 10% coding, 90% debugging your code when something breaks as a programmer. And it is way easier to debug a code that you wrote rather than just getting on a plate a bunch, I don't know, like, for example, 1,000 lines of weird code with not your semantics, which is weird for you, and for some reason it does not work. Your AI basically forgot the part when it made that because, context window and stuff, and basically it forgets some stuff.
Oh yeah, I've talked to a
you
lot
have
of
a
different
problem.
AI companies that are trying to solve the memory issue with AI.
Yeah, and
yeah,
there's a problem where experienced people, as I think we've talked before, someone was talking about it before you started your stream, where people who are extremely experienced with coding. Oh yeah, it was the guy who was working at Riot.
Oh,
people
Ethan,
who are
yeah.
experienced. Yeah, Ethan. People who are experienced with coding don't usually find it useful to have a vibe coding rather than, I don't know, using either ChatGPT or other chat, or basically coding it yourself. People who are a bit experienced might find it interesting, but they'll probably want to learn more in a normal way. And it probably is mostly directed at people who are completely inexperienced of coding. And if there absolutely everyone is oblivious to what it makes, then you have, I don't know, someone who made it using AI, someone who hosts it, and probably, I don't know, your mom who wants to found it and make it her website to sell her clothes. It could be a possible way to make a site. But then, because no one was able to check whether this website was secure, there are no database leaks or some other stuff that might happen. Someone who is really, really bored might just come, see that site, spend, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, and, for example, leak all of the SSN numbers in the database or something, because there was no one to actually factually check whether this site was made securely. And I don't even care about the EU regulations or something, because at this point probably no one cares about that for a site for, I don't know, 100 people. However, yeah, I mean, if you have a local site, then probably no one will report you. But your clients could be in danger, and those people have no idea about it. And when someone comes to them who is supposedly experienced in making AI stuff, like this company, which basically sells itself, a 40-year-old mom would not investigate whether it is really true or false. They wouldn't read Reddit probably, or other sites that would give their opinion on this matter, and they would just go with it and probably be a mess. Like it happened.
Yeah. At the end of the sorry.
Yeah, because I had only one thing more to add. Like there was that one drama, I think it was 2 months ago, where there was this one viral app on iOS that blew up exponentially. It was a big hit, where women could verify themselves as a woman using ID, and then trash talk on men, which is a really viral idea, because you have a lot of women who want to just want to talk about some men they met in an anonymous way, and basically it blew up to be the top app on iOS in one day.
Yeah.
I think it was called T or something, and then it took 1 day for someone to
Oh my
look,
God.
because it was entirely vibe coded all the way. Someone found out that, I mean, we're talking about 4chan, they found out that all API gateways are not restricted to any API key or something, and they just scraped 1 million SSN IDs, screenshots of them using someone's phone, because you had to provide SSNs to verify, like, your driver's license or something, or passport, because this was their way. And it caused a massive headache, because even I saw a Google Maps site from a CSV where someone got all the locations of those images using EXIF, and basically pointed, this house, and this house contains someone who used this app, and it was pretty massive.
Holy
and
fuck.
1 month later, someone thought about a genius idea to make it reversed, men to women, for men to complain, and I think it had the same issue or something related, and it also shut down in a day. So those are dangers of AI coding and vibe coding without even being aware of what happens.
Yeah, that's insane. That is crazy. And the fact that's a real story that has happened is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it was massive, I think.
All of that being said, BTMC, what do you want to make off of this? Because you can't back out really of doing this whole thing.
At the end of the day, I still have to do my job, and I'm going to make a short about them anyway. But at least I can do it now, knowing like what I'm getting into, which I feel like I have been not. I haven't been putting the work that I needed to do, and specifically like vetting the people that I work with. Whenever I do a sponsorship, it's usually like I trust like my agency to do it, but I should be doing more due diligence on my part. But for this specifically, like this isn't done through my agency. Like I'm working for a startup that has a client that's another startup, and I'm sure you can imagine when you're a fucking startup, you're probably like cutting corners / like focusing on like the one thing. Like, oh my God, my trip to San Francisco was insane, dude. Every single single person is basically like gassing up themselves, gassing up their product. They're like this Harvard dropout who at the age of 19 decided that they had an IQ above Einstein, and then that's why you should invest $1 billion in them.
So like LinkedIn but IRL.
Yes, yes, dude. Except it's real, dude. One of my fans in middle school is now like like, I'm not sure if they actually got the job, but they left their AI company job for a prospective job at OpenAI, and the dude is 19.
Yeah.
And it's also like, okay, anyways, sorry, I'm going on a tangent. With this being said, okay, I'm glad that I know a lot more about the product. I will still be moving forward because it's kind of my job and I kind of have to. But I'm glad that I can do. Sense. I have a lot. I've learned a lot as a result of this. Specifically, the fact that like the privacy policy is a joke. Yep. A lot of corners are cut. I've realized a lot of issues that I didn't even realize, because like on a surface level, as like a person who's not technical, who doesn't even know to look into this thing, I just booted up the website. I'm like, oh, this looks legit. Talk with their CEO. They're like, yeah, we just completed like this massive round of funding. Used to work with like YouTube, and I'm like, oh, that's dope. You know what you're doing. It seems like they've missed a couple spots.
Yeah, they definitely missed the mark on a couple things. It's just in your best interest to keep a really close eye on just how things go. I do have one question I do want to ask you guys, because obviously like their privacy policy is fucking like a joke, right? My question is, do you feel like it is... Well, I'm currently of the opinion that their current privacy policy is better than having none at all. What do you guys feel on that?
I think if you have a business, then you probably should have a privacy policy in terms of service that are actually good. Because one thing is making a project for, I don't know, 5 people on GitHub, or I don't know, even making something like Osu Radio here that use maybe, I don't know, 100, 200 people at best, and having something that is backed, if I remember correctly from their blog, at 11 million venture capitalist funding, and making a product that is incomplete at best and dangerous at, you know,
at the worst.
It's kind of both are like just bad. Both are bad.
The thing is that most companies like, in order to become an actual company, don't you need like an actual privacy policy, some way of telling that kind of stuff? So at the end of the day, isn't it just a requirement for them to have something on their site?
So here's where I can give a bit of insight.
Yeah, because I'm curious.
Because as a business owner, I know a little bit of this. I feel like the reason why I like take a lot of this feedback with a bit of grain of salt, if you will, is because previously I viewed individuals as, you know, normal, you know, working people. I see myself as an individual. I hope other people see me as like, you know, an individual, a person who just is trying to do cool shit, working on things, doing stuff, etc. Right? But the moment you start thinking about a business, it's like, okay, there are all these structures in place. They're corporate. Fuck your boss. You're there for a paycheck. They're there to get the maximum amount of work out of you, etc., etc. Right? Your company is not your family. Blah 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 blah. That sort of thing. Right? So there's this massive like gap between the two. What I've realized starting my own business is that the individual, it's true, just normal working everyday people who are just trying to get by. Right? A lot of them are struggling. Other extreme, businesses, corporations, like maximizing shareholder value, blah, 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 that sort of thing. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Work in your best interest. They are not your friends. In between, there are thousands of individuals making their way towards this. And startups are kind of right here, where they're like, they have this vision, they want to do something cool. Eventually, if they play all their cards right, fuck them. They sold their soul. Everything is like, everything they do is at the cost of the individual, for your privacy, for your wallet, for your mental health, etc., etc. They're milking you for every dollar that you can because they're legally supposed to. On the other side, there's a spectrum of an individual who has this vision for something that could be a benefit to society, who could be something cool that people want to do. For me, it's the roundtable. For me, it's also with making OSU videos and live streams.
Yep.
For anything, it's creating a vibe coding application to help normal people make products who are not technical, right? Like they have this vision and they're trying to get there. In the process of getting there is hard. Because like you mentioned, there are all these things that they should probably get done right because all these other big corporations have it right with the privacy policy, with the terms of service, with the handling of your data, with et cetera, right? This is the expectation for people who are running a business. But for someone who is an individual who is starting a business or running with a startup, like they are basically putting out the next immediate fire. Which for a lot of these startups, what I've learned is that their next immediate fire is their next round of funding. When they start their business, they usually it's called seed funding. When they're currently in seed rounds of funding, all they have is an idea. They just have an idea that could be could turn into something worth a lot of money. They pitch this idea to hundreds of investors through using various different contacts, through going to these different events, because there is no application that you filled out. It quite literally is nepotism and who you know and et cetera, right? These investors have gone through hundreds of people like you who are, who will have this genius idea that will make $1 billion. And what I've understood is that they've realize that the people who usually find success are the people who are hungry for it. You invest in the person, not the idea, right? And so from talking with these people, if you can somehow slither your way to talking with these like venture capitalists, like you need to basically one, pitch your idea that it could be successful, and two, you're basically pitching yourself that no matter what, you will win. Then you get your seed fund. Maybe it's like $100,000. Maybe it's $500,000. So I went to this one startup accelerator called HF0. It's a residency program. They invest $1 million into your startup. They take 1%, and you basically boot camp in their house with 7 other startups and spend 3 months grinding away 24/7 to launch and basically reach your next round of funding. And that is the objective. The next fire is your next round of funding because you're living in San Francisco. You're probably paying yourself like a barely living salary of like $80,000 a month, I think. I don't know what you need in order to like live in San Francisco. It's probably a lot more, maybe $100,000 to live like okay in the city. So you basically have 10 months to build this product, to acquire users, and to show to your investors that this idea is real and will can have this hockey stick growth, so that you can achieve your next round of funding to have another couple months of runway. And that's just only if you're a single person. If you're a multi-person team, $1 million only lasts you what, like a couple months, right? So you have to build fast. You have to acquire users. You have to show that there's a demand for this product, because otherwise you run out of funding. There's nothing else to it. Like you're dead, right? And then it is what it is. The investors lose their money. They're like, all right, it is what it is. What's your next venture? Based off of how you handled that failure, they determine whether or not you're worth investing in again. Right? Or maybe you do pop off and you become the next Uber or the next the next Airbnb, which I don't know if you guys remember when Airbnb first came out. Pretty fucking dope. Cheap ass houses, a lot cheaper than hotels. But that was when it was a startup. They start off literally renting their own fucking houses, their own rooms, extra rooms that they had, air, bed, and breakfast. And then they slowly got over to where they are today, which is fuck Airbnb. They're basically like another hotel. There's not even a big difference. I don't want to deal with these massive ass cleaning fees, etc., etc. Same thing with Uber. They started off as like, holy shit, these guys are genuinely like, I can just press a button on the app, a dude comes in, and it's pretty cheap. Now it's fuck Uber. Holy fucking shit. Why do they cost so much money? Why? I'm just trying to travel 6 minutes and you're charging me $40? Fuck you. Like there is a, a fucking, like a journey to like, from an individual to a business. And like the reason why I have a bit more sympathy for issues like that privacy policy for like their terms of service is because I'm also a person who's on this spectrum, who's currently trotting my way over to hopefully building the fucking Osu house. It sounds fucking stupid, but like, how the hell am I going to make $4 million, employ real people if I'm not genuinely putting money as a priority? Like these people like rely on me, right? My co-founders are going to rely on me. Like my employees are going to have to rely on me. My contractors rely on me for their own business. So like, it's tough, right? It's tough. So on one hand, yes, this is a glaring issue. And I think the most important part is that people are aware that these issues exist when they interact with them. For me, like, I think having a really shitty privacy policy or terms of service, etc., is a lot better than having none at all.
Okay.
Because for people like myself, I have a lot of things that I currently have nothing, zero. Like, the only reason why companies who could sue the shit out of me don't is because they know I'm broke as shit. So like, actually, okay, I might have like 80 grand from the Mr. Beast video. Probably not a lot worth of their legal fees to like sue the shit out of me, right? So there's at some point in time between me going through this process of hopefully becoming successful, like I need to make a product, make a product or have a service or make videos and live streams that people want and will want to see. And then 2, solve the what's called the economics to make sure that's profitable. And then 3, cover my basis to make sure that I can continue doing this. Because if I don't have 1 and 2 already, 3 doesn't matter to me, at least. So like, ideally you do them all at the same time. But like, I don't know about you, but I can only focus on like one thing at a time. And usually that's the next video or the next stream or the next, what the fuck?
Can I interrupt you for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
For a second, because Ant found something really interesting. Can you hop on the stream again? Yeah. For a sec? So basically, this is their site. We're in incognito.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna get started.
Okay.
You see? And
make sure you use discount code BTMC. I'm just kidding. I don't even know if I have a discount code.
I love this site very much at btmc.live.
Whoa!
Now I click sign up. I wait a second. And okay.
What the fuck? It said it was...
And regardless of what happens, it lets you use it.
Yeah, and I can, I don't know, make me a cool site. So basically, without having an actual email, because
minus 20 gallons of water, by the way.
Yeah, without having an actual email and even making a password, verifying it, etc., we can use their site, and it's pretty funny.
Actually, so I see this as a W because then they can pitch to their investors that they have +1 user and make the end.
Probably,
this is a genius idea. I should use this.
But on the other hand, someone could be bored and I don't know, launch like 2 million other emails and basically bankrupt them with token prices.
Oh, with token prices. Hey, but then they can pitch to their investors. They have 20 million users.
That's true.
And then investors are.
I'm so brain fucked, dude. Like on one hand, I should be like, this is terrible. They should have verification. On the other hand, I see the startup mentality, which is, oh my god, we have 20 more million users that we can now pitch to investors. Holy fuck, dude. I'm so fucked, man. I don't know what to think anymore, man. Ugh.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, what does anything AI bring that like other current vibe coding, like Cursor or whatever, Claude can't do?
I have to like, so I don't know how much I can, what I'm supposed to say, because I'm not sure if like me like trashing on them is going to like get me fired. But like from my own research, it seems like they're like in the top 5 of vibe coding applications, so they're not as relevant, which is why they went to my company for like marketing help, because they're like, yo, hopefully if we can get more users, we can like, show that we're better than all these other guys. I do know that Lovable is #1 right now. And I also heard more recently.
Better,
wait, what's up?
Is there a reason like why they are better? Or is it literally just the exact same as every single other vibe coding app right now? I have no idea what makes them different. I'm sure they've each trained their own models. Like, it's not like Lovable just went to them be like, hey, competitor, take our model. And then just like they just use the same shit, right? So like, I'm sure they have something that's different. Whether or not that's tangible, I guess it's up to you as the end user to experiment with these different ones and see like which one you like.
Like I've been in like tech space recently. I saw that that Lovable recently launched an integration with Shopify, so now you can vibe code a shop with Shopify integration and like just kick it off like that. What the fuck? That's cool. I'm working on a Shopify video right now. So like that's interesting, I guess.
Like, would they even be capable of making their own models with how sloppily the website has been made? Like,
usually the founding engine, like when you pitch to investors, like you have to be a person that's absolutely necessary to the business. So the founder probably is an engineer, and all he does is code and work on the product. And that's probably why they like vibe code and like vibe code the website and shit, because they have to prioritize on like the other things. Like that's, if I was in their shoes, that's what I would be doing, right? Like for me, like in my shoes, like I just care about making amazing fucking videos, amazing fucking live streams, right? The rest of the shit is like kind of a low priority. I don't really give as much of a shit. So like a privacy policy for when you visit my website, I don't really give a shit. Just tell me who I need to pay to get that done. Like the, what's it called? What else is something low priority? Shit. The things that I can't think about, I do care about. Like my graphics, which is why it's been fucking dead for ages. I know Neko's offered to like make stuff for me, but I need to figure out my own, like what I want, like a brand kit for my own things.
The dev server.
No, I do care about this server, you guys. I've learned so much from this fucking call. Like there is value that is created from this call. Hopefully from the chat, there's like stuff that you've learned as well. But like this server is awesome, bro. It's just like I don't know. Like I need okay. If I were to put my CEO hat on. If I were to put my CEO hat on, I would first need to figure out two things. One, a format. I need to figure out a recurring format that I can do within this server that'll increase activity, engagements, etc. And then the second part, which is the less cool part, is figuring out how to monetize it. Because if I'm going to be spending time on like this server and introducing this content and bringing on a team that can do this stuff, we'll probably have to start with volunteers, but I would feel bad about like having these volunteers work on this content without them being compensated. I would need to figure out how to monetize the server, and that's a bit harder. So that's also that. Yeah, that's where everything dies. When it comes to the content, it's pretty easy because like a lot of the monetization doesn't have to come from like viewers like you guys. You guys watch an ad and then it works out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And then for the people who do subscribe, damn.
I know it's often not indicative a bit, but just for the sake of it, I asked the demo, which I got through this fancy email.
Yeah.
Which model are you? Which is basically not a good way to check it, but it's a way.
Oh, you just asked anything like the website builder? What model are you?
Yeah.
Did it build you a website explaining what model it is?
Yeah.
No
way! I mean, it didn't explain which model it is, but it showed me something like this.
Oh my gosh, I have to see this.
This is the website. I'm not gonna show the prompt. I'm gonna show it in a sec. This is basically the website that it made me. Cool. It is a website.
Wait, this is the cool site. This was the build me a cool website, right?
Yeah.
Prompt?
Yeah.
Oh.
And after which I asked, which model are you? And it thought for a second and said, in his thoughts, I'm Cloud. And then after thinking, it responded with, I'm anything. While also thinking about,
Oh shit, I thought it made a website for me prompting it which model. Oh my god.
It could probably make it. But it might not be true, but I imagine it being like, a cloud wrapper, which basically asks it to make a site and then just the infrastructure hosts the site, and that's probably the entire model.
Okay.
But it might be wrong.
Oh shit, my bad. Continue.
That's
my
bad. It's my assumption.
Like with it being a wrapper, right?
Yeah, so basically, I think that this thing is basically, we're writing a prompt, it sends the prompt to Cloud. Clouds make some stuff in the backend. It also tells us what it made. And then they take that response and just host it, and we have it here. Because as you can see, this is an actual website that they host on a site create.devserver.com. And it is an actual site which is viewable probably as long as I have this website open.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm getting at, so what I'm receiving is that this is essentially, most likely, a wrapper for an existing AI model that happens already, and so like the value proposition of this isn't even that significant. Is that correct?
It is nil in my opinion.
Nil. Okay. So
by the way, people want to be let on the stage.
oh shit! Thank you. Keep bitching to me. I only have like 30 more minutes now, unfortunately, and I did want to help Nappy with his thing. But okay, well, we'll bring on a couple more people, and then like let's go on for another 15 minutes, and then I'll figure out how to handle Nappy, because like he hit me up and was like, "Yo, I want to like grow on YouTube type shit," and I'm like, I always love helping OC channel, so like yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, all right, sorry I ghosted you guys for like 5 years. Welcome in. Feel free to pop off. Oh shit, this is random, but I got diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah. Oh, you as well. This is huge. This is totally surreal.
I went to see a fucking psychiatrist, and I was like basically answering their questions about like what my childhood, and then like do I like, is it hard to sit still, and like stuff like that. And then like I saw the meeting notes, and they're like, the client talks very fast and for too long, definitely has ADHD type shit. And then like there was a diagnosis.
Ed, I got an actual question.
What's up?
Congratulations.
Which programming language do you like know?
Java.
Let's go.
Not that much. I took AP Computer Science Principles and AP Computer Science. Actually, I took it in the wrong order. I took AP Computer Science and then AP Computer Science Principles. I don't know how the fucking education system fucked that up. I thought Computer Science Principles was like a tier above. I don't know. Maybe like lower level understanding of computer science, but no, it was just AP Computer Science, except for newbies.
I mean, at school I learned Python.
Python came afterwards, or like it was kind of around, and it wasn't like the meta for like the schools. They haven't caught up to that. But from what I understand, Python is more like a visual like coding like language. Like you put like different chips together or some shit.
No.
Am I dumb?
No, that's a Scratch.
Oh, that's Scratch? Never mind, I'm dumb.
Python is just like a higher level than most other language, but it's still a language like all the others.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
I brought
it's
in
just simpler to learn.
But at like our curriculum, we are like studying hardware of computers, like administrating them and shit. So we're learning Bash and PowerShell as well. But on my free time, I usually I'm doing HTML stuff, PHP stuff, and well, web coding basically.
Yeah, that's fucking dope, dude. See, like, I think people like you who actually know how to do cool shit are awesome. And like, I hope to be more effective in that way as well.
So
yeah, but still, I'm at 60 degenerated also.
Yeah, I'm Albert Einstein. I have the highest IQ in the world, but I'm a 7-digit in OSU, so I guess I'm irrelevant. Bro, that's literally how you fucking sound.
No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. Like,
we need to make an OSU dev school. Can we get that started in the server?
I mean, that's let's
go. Let's do it.
We've got probably 60 people in here who are capable of teaching. Let's make it happen.
All right, I call teaching Java, C, assembly, basic.
Assembly?
Yeah, CSS,
basic and the big.
Wait, does anyone here know Mindfuck?
I don't know Mindfuck, but I do know Swift. If that's what you think.
Yeah, Swift is good enough. It's a good enough substitute.
The OSU dev house.
Wow, I'm actually getting brain rotted. For the last like 20 minutes, I've just been staring at Otiva's screen.
Oh, BTMC.
I mean, it tracks.
What's up?
I'm in line with the diagnosis. Like, it's just.
No, it's actually so bad. Like, okay, I really hope, like, whatever.
By the way, just out of curiosity, have you met Abyssal and Cedro?
You have what?
Players? Have you met Cedro and Abyssal?
Abyssal? I know Abyssal, yeah.
Have you met him?
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Yeah, I've met him a couple times at COE.
Yeah. I met the top 1 player as well. He's also kind of chill.
Oh, yeah. See, OSU players, they're pretty dope. Listen, not all of them are like, never want to interact with humans type shit.
So,
Yeah.
BTMC, I have wonderful news for you.
What's up?
Since we last talked, I have learned 3 more coding languages and become a 5-digit.
What the fuck, dude? I can't believe you became a 5-digit, bro.
No
That's the most
way.
impressive thing you've
Let's
ever done in your
go.
No
life.
way.
What'd you say about coding languages? I'm just kidding.
I learned 3
No, that's
more.
not-
I've become 3 more.
Hey, congratulations, man. That's fucking
Also,
dope.
Captain Zero wants to get in the guy who made.
Oh,
also
Captain
Riley
Zero, what's up? Well, I guess we're kind of at the end, where it's like we're kind of just vibing. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Is Navi even still here?
Did Tringle say
about the site?
Did Tringle say whatever they wanted to say though? I don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, they
remember
wanted
them
to
talking.
say what they wanted to say.
Ah, shit.
They're screen sharing something right
Looks
now.
like they're just drawing.
Triangle, did you want to add anything?
No. Okay.
He said no.
By the
Ah,
way,
damn
Ed,
it.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Never mind then.
I heard we were talking about teaching programming. If you need a teacher, I can.
I appreciate that.
There's also
There's so many
You know,
people
I
in
know
this
that, right?
server that are like willing to help me out with this
BTMC.
shit, which is fucking phenomenal, and I really appreciate you guys.
You know
Out of
Aspect, right?
context.
Yeah, what's
I'd
up?
say we all just teach at like different languages, like 20
Hey,
different languages.
listen,
at
a
once.
while back, I learned how to make a fucking website. Listen,
Hey,
I made a
yeah.
GitHub website.
Let's
Random
let's
question.
go GitHub websites.
So, was it
Fucking yeah.
Was it static or dynamic?
Yeah,
You
web
also
is
learned
W.
Git, didn't you?
Big W either way, but was it a static or dynamic website?
Static. I think it was static. I mean, it was literally just a page that said like, "Hello guys," and then I like opened it
still
up to
think
like
that's
a bunch of people, and then they like put fucking BMC all over it. Actually, wait, let me try opening it up.
The reason I said I'm at the 60 degenerate is because I've been rushing and I don't fucking know why. Like I can't tap.
You've been rusting?
Last week. I can't tap, but I can aim. Last week, I actually could tap as well.
Oh,
what the
you
fuck
can
is
tap, but
wrong?
you can't aim. Is that what you're saying?
No, vice versa.
Oh, you
vice
can aim,
versa.
but you can't tap.
More to go.
Yeah, and it happened within a week. Like
I think-
last week.
Might just be a mental
was
issue,
all
to be
good.
honest.
Yeah, I think it's either mine or you need
Listen,
to
you
rest
just
for a
need
little.
you just need to get that pussy mindset and be like, hell no, I'm the best OSU player in the world, and keep telling yourself that for like 10 years, and you might hit the World Cup. That's what I did.
You see,
Yeah,
whenever
speaking
you-
of World
Oh, yeah,
Cup,
this
I
is my
actually did
website.
Estonia's video. I actually did Estonia's roster video.
Okay, so I didn't make this, but my fucking, I think it was Rene and like Captain Zero and Deadroot and fuck, who else was there? God damn it.
Hello, I am BTMC.
Oh.
It generates a
That's
random message that I sent, I think. Oh, yes. I sent
Yeah.
Freedom Dive, yep, by Bloxy. Dude, it's all bot messages. Fuck me, man. Yes, I saw the PP
You said
record reaction.
cheaterrace.com.
You can't even copy the goddamn link. This website sucks.
Blame
Ed,
Seth.
you should learn Chinese as your next language.
I actually okay. So like I actually have like a similar approach where I'm like, okay, I did always want to learn Chinese, but I can't spare the time to like take a Chinese course and learn like everything from the ground up. I actually feel like the most effective way for me to learn Chinese very fast is for me to just move to China or like play VR chat with some Chinese dudes and just start like doing shit off of them.
I
mean,
really thought you were about to say
immersion learning does work.
Yeah, immersion learning. That's what it's called.
Yep.
I used more Chinese than I've ever had in my like 1 week to China or Shanghai for the fake trigger thing. Oh my god.
Ed, I have a question.
Was good. All right, last question.
Do you know-
I need to jump after this. All right.
All right. How do you feel about well, how well would you say you are versed with the basics of coding, like, you know, different variables, different sorting methods, different data algorithms? Like how well versed are you with these?
I know like integers or ints, doubles. I know like using stuff from like what's called. There's like parameters. There are methods. There are what's called classes. I think where I stopped was around like the Java hierarchy. And what I was really frustrated is that like I feel like I learned like a lot of this stuff in terms of like, you know, writing code to apply it in the sense of like writing a command in a Minecraft server and understanding what the command actually means. So I know what the command is, and the command is a method. I put in the parameter, and then like somewhere in the back end, there's like the stuff that actually executes the stuff, and importing like some sort of like I forgot what it's called. You import some stuff like the math system. So like
library.
The
Like the
library, yes,
libraries?
importing a library so you can use the methods from those. So like I know that stuff. I recall using that stuff, and I feel like I interfaced with that a lot because I feel like a lot of like a lot of stuff is kind of like structured in a similar way in it or something. But in terms of applying it into creating a .exe that I can then run that does the thing that I ran it to do, didn't get to there. And that's what I was frustrated about. Because like even though I feel like I learned a bit of computer science, I didn't learn enough to apply it in any way. Even after 2 years.
Well, I mean, even for creating an exe, like 99% of the time, you're going to use like external libraries to do stuff. And if they don't come from other people, they come directly from the OS. Like, for example, spawning a window, like that requires to interface with the OS to do this. And typically, you're going to have like a library all done for you to do that. Sometimes it's a third-party library that is cross-platform, but like I'm rambling at this point.
So would you say that like half of the job of like being a developer is understanding these libraries and what each what the at least the most useful commands do, and then like figuring out and searching through the library to find like how to do something that you wanted to do?
Yeah, like you have to understand other people's code a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit more complicated than that though, because I can confidently say that I basically know every language because I know the logic behind like programming.
Yeah, it's kind of like an OSU where it's like, okay, I can stream 270 BPM. What does that actually mean? I can stream 5,000 BPM for one object.
But yeah, you more or less just need to know how to read and how to understand documentation more than anything.
Yeah, the documentation part is the thing that I was like kind of like shocked about, because like even when I was exploring into like project management tools like Coda, where you can run like automations and build like apps inside of it to like do stuff. Like I was basically reading through the fucking Coda library to figure out what these different commands and tables and stuff do. From what I understand, it's like similar to like a, was it SQL database? I don't know. I was dealing with tables a lot.
Oh yeah, that's
SQL is the language you use to query databases. I mean, the one of the languages, the most popular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that and
widespread.
Postgres.
So yeah, that was interesting. But anyways, okay, I need to stop. I'm actually just like sitting here watching Utiba play fucking Catch the Beat.
All right, we could start learning how to code right now.
I do want to say thank you all very much for spending the time to help me learn a lot more about this stuff. I feel like I learned a shit ton. And I don't know how useful this is to other people, but like, thanks for letting me stream it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will be moving forward. I'll make you'll probably see a short about this up eventually. I'm just trying to take the AI money. Listen, bro, while the bubble's still big, like money's gonna drive eventually.
Cool.
Might as well squat up, but at least I know the risks that like that are there now. But yeah.
You got a cut.
Fuck yeah.
Ed, can you add me on LinkedIn?
LinkedIn! Oh, can I get your connection started on that fucking platform?
I want your connection.
I used LinkedIn more times in that one fucking week in San Francisco. They don't give a shit about Twitter. They don't give a shit about Instagram. They don't give a shit about your YouTube subscribers. They just care about, let me add you on. Let's connect on LinkedIn.
Let me
I work
connect
for
with
Microsoft.
you.
I feel like there's an application here that we could
job.
use. Would love to follow up with you where we can put time on your calendar.
You need at least 500 connections to be considered a real LinkedIn user.
Oh my
Sir, I'm sorry, but
I'm going to be extra funny and put in my job description a BTMC mod, and this is how I'm gonna get a job.
You can put yourself advisor for the biggest creators within the gaming space.
Yeah, that would work.
Well, computer science advisor for some of the largest creators within gaming. some being one.
Actually gated.
I'm not sure if I'm still even big anymore. I think I fell off.
Former.
Former
Over 200 is
Former
still
World
good.
Cup
Over
champion.
200,000.
Former top 30 in the world. Do I have anything else that I can show? Like that I can flex? What the fuck is Doc Talk? Oh my god.
It's the talent server.
Oh my god. Yeah, former head of multi-100 person organization under BTMC talent server. All right. I actually have a meeting with Cloud Kitchen in like 10 minutes, so like I do need a dip. Enjoy life, guys. Have a good one, guys. I'm gonna see if Nappy is available for 10 minutes. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Wonderful day.
All right. I just realized I was hoping to like bring my chat in as well, but I was so immersed in the conversation with them that I didn't even look at chat once. Fuck me. My bad, chat. But hopefully you guys had fun with that as well. Like I think shit like this is so interesting. Like it's probably part of the reason why like I haven't really been uploading as many videos is because I'm so fascinated by this like brand new like sphere of the universe, if you will. Oh god, Cry just messaged me. Someone told me earlier in chat that Cry got hacked. Let's see what he sent. It's deleted. Damn it. I wanted to get scammed. Unlucky. I clicked on the message from Cry and the message was deleted. God damn it. Yeah, Cry got hacked. Unlucky. Ed, you know you have 720p right now, right? Am I streaming in 720p? No way I blundered that hard. And 30 FPS? Where's my face cam? All right, we're back. Okay, let me call up Nappy. Nappy. What the fuck is 500 gigabyte? Oh, hey, Nappy. How's it going, man? Okay, I hate to put you on the spot, but I have 9 minutes, but I have to jump into another call. But I am live. So let's talk. Let's talk. Fuck me. One sec. Wait. Boom. Okay. Let's talk YouTube. You reached, so for context for the rest of the stream, Nappy reached out to me. He was like, yo, I heard you're down to help out other Osu content creators. Let me shoot my shot. And I'm like, bet. And then I called him and then he was busy. And then he was like, yo, let's call him 30 minutes. And then I was busy. And now here we are. That's the TLDR. Yeah?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, Nappy, what do you have? Give me the pitch.
What I have?
Yeah. So like so what are your objectives? You want to blow up on YouTube? You're trying to be like influencer type shit, like etc. etc.
Okay, yeah. Basically, what I'm trying to is just like I'm doing content now for like a year now, basically.
Yep. Full time or part time or just in as a hobby? Like what's up?
Hobby wise.
Hobby
I want to like lock in, but like hobby wise.
You want to lock in. That's what you want to do.
Exactly. I mean, I already lock in, but like actually like what I could improve on. I'm basically doing YouTube now for a lot. I think you maybe know my YouTube.
Yeah,
Twitch
I've seen your
also.
shit.
I'm like trying out some stuff like shorts now as well. On TikTok, on YouTube. Yeah, and doing like everything.
Awesome. Okay, so what are your objectives? Are you just trying to grow more on YouTube? Are you trying to increase viewership? Like what's your goals here? Are you trying to turn this into like a full-time career? Is that like the pipe dream? Like are you trying to be more clouded in the Osu space? Like what do you want to do?
I basically like make a living out of it would be crazy for like a short term. Would be cool, but like in general, just like to make cool content, to be like known as someone cool.
Okay.
You know?
So there are those two things are actually in what's called opposites of each other. The more you monetize your audience, the less clout you're going to have. The more clout you have, the more tempting it is to monetize. But every single time you monetize, you lose influence. Okay, that's how, like you ever hear a person be labeled as like a sellout? Like, yeah, those are people who basically monetize. All they do is monetize their audience, and their audience is sick of it, and then they leave, right? So what you want to understand is that as you're building to basically eventually get to a point where you can make a living out of it, your priority should be 1, building an audience first, and then 2, monetizing it after the fact. Okay, so here's where we can start taking actionables. Okay, first, laying out the groundwork. Okay, groundwork. And get clouded. Okay, so in terms of groundwork, monetization wise, the let's say the least PR nightmare is, or the most seamless is with ad revenue plus community support. Okay, so I'm sure you're aware of like Google AdSense, Twitch ads, Twitch subscriptions, etc. Right? So those are probably going to be the most seamless because your audience doesn't really have to do anything. If with Twitch subscriptions specifically, it's like organic support and donations, right? So like that's people being a part of your community doing that thing. So those are the ones that you want to focus on the most, and understand that this is not going to be a lot of money. If you get lucky, you might be able to make minimum wage, and at that point, you're probably already averaging like 50 to 100 viewers. You know what I'm saying? So like, give me some stats for your channel right now. What are your channels at? Let me also tell my
show everything.
Let me message Cloud Kitchen, tell them I'm going to be late. One sec.
Yeah, sorry for that. I can basically show everything on stream. I think it doesn't show anything bad.
Sure. Awesome.
Okay, I haven't uploaded like the last months.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I don't know how to see the old months.
So you want to go to back out of this. I rarely use.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in analytics. Then top right, do you see where there's a drop down that says last 28 days?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's say like last year. That's where I like started basically.
Oh, nice! You're almost had 1 million views over the last year. That's fucking huge, dude. W.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
I was pretty like active. Like I think you see like every spike is like a week upload.
Yeah, exactly. So what you basically understand over time is that like you make money by uploading more, right? Unless and this is a higher level strategy, unless your objective is to make evergreen content where like every single video is basically a banger, and your objective is to funnel people into like this rabbit hole, which is your channel. That's also another alternative, but that's usually a bit more difficult to execute on. So having this objective where your viewers are primarily driven by content frequency is still okay. But yes, in terms of strategy, what you want to do, what is your content format at the moment? Like, go to your content tab and show me a bit of like what your videos are.
I basically just like plays like recently, because I'm not really doing content right now. I'm slacking a bit, but like generally just like collabing with other people or trying like completely unique stuff.
Oh damn.
Or just like trying like top player something like related to like top player stuff, and just like try to like involve like some other people in that as well, to like make myself, and then just like with other people that might know, like, you know, make me like kind of dependent as well in the topic.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so this is high effort content. I'm actually surprised you're able to get like even like somewhat decent output. Are you editing these videos yourself?
No, I have an editor.
You have an editor. You work with an editor to get this done.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, is he just working for you pro bono, or are you like paying him? You don't have to say how much.
I mean, I'm open for everything. I share 50-50 with my.
Okay, yeah, that's the correct way to do it.
He's like a close friend, and we just like do this account like for funsies maybe. Like if something blows up, would be cool.
Yeah,
but, like,
that's the correct way to do it.
50-50 is good. It's like fair.
Yes. That's basically how I operate with my Clips channel editor, where they basically like take a proportion of the channel, and then hopefully once the channel blows up and becomes significant, then do the thing. That is the only alternative to that is to edit your own videos, which I actually do feel like you should be doing, because if you want to guarantee, and this is advice that I'm going to give you, but understand that I'm still working on applying this myself. You want your baseline of content, your floor of content, to be something that you can handle yourself. Your editor should be there to help increase the rate of content, not to replace it, right? What that means is that if you, let's say your objective is one video every single week, you should be able to output one video a week on your own without needing anyone else, and then have an editor come in to help increase that output into something more, unless you're trying to shift your direction. I made the mistake of basically trying to have my editors replace my output, and then it resulted in 0 videos getting uploaded because of the back and forth between editors, and then et cetera, et cetera. And that might be what you're struggling with right now, given that like there's oftentimes like many weeks between uploads. For me, it's many months between uploads. So what you need to do basically is learn how to do basic editing yourself, because understand that the audience for Osu is pretty niche. You're already dealing with a niche audience. If you can tell a story, then like you're already going to capture like the majority of people. And your goal right now, at least like if you're willing to build slow, your goal is to build a brand. Your goal is to be known within the Osu community by being a person who's around. If you wanted to like get clouded like extremely quickly, Osu is not the place to do so, because it's a small game. But given the fact that you are a relatively top player, given the fact that you are like, you know, someone who has like this initiative to work on content, I feel like if you're okay with building slowly, it's more of just a matter of time between you building a consistent audience. The end goal for you would be the 1,000 fans theory. Have you heard of it?
No.
1,000 fan theory is basically you don't need that big of an audience to have a full-time career within a creative niche. You just need to have 1,000 fans that watch every video you do, buy every product that you advertise, or every merch that you sell, click on every sponsor that you take, etc., etc. If you have 1,000 people who are willing to do that, that's all it takes to make a very nice income within the sphere. So so there are two approaches. The meta that every that YouTube strategist is trying to push for is more virality based. What that means is that it's very low influence. You're developing influence slowly, but you are increasing your top of funnel like exposure a lot more quickly. That entirely relies on your niche, which Osu unfortunately is not very a big funnel for you to work against. So that's not going to work. The other alternative would be the slower growth, which is building influence, building a reputation, and being known as the person who is doing XYZ thing. For me, I've been in the space for over 10 years. That's probably the reason why so many people continue coming back to my channel, because they know that I'm like the Osu guy, that I will, when I upload a video, it's usually a topic that is interesting or a play that is impressive. And I've developed that sort of reputation. That's how I stand out, right? Should you copy that? I think you should, but you should also try to find ways to innovate beyond that, because otherwise you'll just be a clone, essentially, which for other people has worked. Like you've seen like the Mr. Beast clones out there, but ideally you want to have a name for yourself, right? So in terms of actionables, what I feel like you could do, because at the end of the day, I think your titles are fine. I think your thumbnails are fine. Like, I think you just need to work on output in increasing output, so that one, you can increase revenue for yourself, and then you can start investing into like things like better thumbnails, or things like more interesting topics, or specifically like freeing up your time so that you can do more interesting things like researching topics within the Osu community that may have a more wider approach. Like for my channel, what I hope to do is, once I free up my time, I hope to expand more into the mapping scene, because I feel like mapping is a gold mine of content. Specifically because it's a creative industry. It interfaces with music a lot, which is a much larger top of funnel, and it allows for more. It's one of the few areas of the game in which people interact with each other, which you can only do so much when you're in a single player game. So here's what I want you to do in terms of like the short time that we have. Number one, increase output of videos, minimum 1 per week, and make sure that's an output that you can maintain yourself without relying on an editor. May make things confusing with the 50-50 split, but increasing output is necessary. Number two, with the increased output, create SOPs to figure out what a nappy, how do you spell your name? NAPIII, nappy video essentially is. SOPs equals standard STAND, standard operating procedures. So maybe something happens on stream, then it gets downloaded and clipped, etc. Should be a lot more in depth. These are all things I'm actively working on myself as well. So yes. Number 3, figure out formats. Videos that you know are successful and you know you can repeat on. For Koi Fishu, that's his format is like rank guessing, at least for live streams, right? He knows that he can do that. He's going to get views. People are going to enjoy it. Think of it as like comfort food for your viewers. Using the extra time that you get from this, invest into higher growth opportunities that may help with top of funnel exposure, i.e. OSU related, but can also capture another audience. Mapping equals music. Let's see. Aim equals Valorant slash like Counter Strike. These some of these have already been explored, so they might be stale topics already. But like you get the idea of like where you can see where to innovate as like a creative in different formats. And then for use from this, and this is all really fucking hard. Understand that I spent 10 years to try to figure this out. This is what I feel like is the most immediate next step to take, but it's still very difficult to execute on. And then number 4, be very attentive to your analytics. Your path to revenue will eventually require sponsors to come into the mix. If you can, gear your content towards tier 1 countries like the United States, Europe, Canada, Australia, etc., because those are the audiences that advertisers will want to reach. From this, you can construct decks to approach marketing managers, find them on LinkedIn / Twitter / IG, etc., with a proposal to integrate them into a video. Ideally, the most seamless, the better for your audience. This will be your primary path to taking this full time. I think if you grinded at this for like a year, you might be able to eventually break minimum wage. Which I don't know what you're currently working, if minimum wage is even that appealing to you, but like content is hard. It requires a lot of work. You're going to be trading the 9 to 5 for the 24/7, but hopefully the 24/7 will be something that you enjoy and something that you can immerse yourself with. So yeah. Any questions on this?
Okay, so basically, to just summarize it, I just need to like be more consistent, be more reliable on myself.
Not exactly. The focus of this specifically is understanding scale. You only have so much time in a day. And so like obviously with you streaming and now working on videos, the majority of your day is basically taken up. And then of course your existing job. Your management of time is going to be the most important part, which I've been struggling with that myself. I recently found out that I was diagnosed with ADHD, and so that's probably the reason why why my output has been struggling so much. So what we're trying to do with these 4 steps is primarily with unlocking scale for you, which is One, unlocking your baseline, figuring out what your channel should be at, which is 1 video per week. Number 2, figure out how you can scale that up so that you can now buy back your time, which it would be an editor. You currently have an editor. Maybe you can scale with your current editor without needing to edit your own videos and reach that output of 1 video per week. Who knows, right? But the most important part is you need to understand what your content is, what your moat, what sets you apart from other people is, which isn't really hard within the OC community. If you press the publish button, you are already above 90% of people, including me. So if you just like press the upload button, you're good. But your SOP will help define you and help you scale with more editors and more people that you bring onto your team. Because then instead of like having to train the editor yourself, you can just be like, yo, this is what my video is. Here's what happens. I send you this VOD. I want you to look for XYZ things. I will provide you with maybe a brief. You basically operate off of that, etc. Right? It allows you to scale up quicker and bring more people onto your team quicker. The formats is another example of that, right? Like your growth in terms of virality will be driven by these growth formats that are not just like Osu Let's Play number 5,886, right? For a lot of the content that you're having right now, farming own ranked map on my birthday, although that may be an interesting topic, understand that that's still locked to a person who plays Osu, right? How can you bring someone who's more general? Like understand that like the different pieces of Osu. You're targeting a person who plays Osu, who plays Osu standard, who cares about you. You know what I'm saying? And like you're basically 3 layers deep in a funnel. You want to try to figure out how can you make a bigger funnel to have a larger audience that you could tap into, and then you roll the dice with the YouTube algorithm to hope that you can that audience finds you, and then 2, that your product is good enough that it's worth watching. And then analytics. I didn't mention it, but there are tons of YouTube videos that like can help you understand your analytics. The most important ones are click-through rate for your YouTube thumbnails, average view duration, which is basically the key thing that YouTube looks at, and then a retention, your retention graph, which is questionable. If you hyper optimize for it, it's like brain rot. If you don't optimize for it, then it's like a flop. But if you strike this middle ground, you may be able to find like an area where you have like character in your videos while also still being like paced well, etc., etc. It's a middle ground. It's hard. But yeah, keep doing this, and then hit me up, and then be like, okay, this is what. Let me know what you've done in like a month or so from now, and then like I can give you some pointers. This is all without watching any of your content, but if you can solve specifically like the output, this is what moves the needle, right? Having output is what moves the needle. Then you can figure out how to make the quality better, how you can make the content better, etc., etc. Sounds good?
I mean, this is good. It's good input that I can work on. Yeah, I should do more on my own.
This is all with the idea of trying to take this full time, because this is what you have to do. The bar for content has gotten so much higher. Where like, if you are not scaling as hard as this it's only going to be a hobby, right? And you're dealing with a niche that is so like small that like, you know, it's very difficult to turn this into a full-time thing. If your only objective is just to get clouded, now that's a different thing. Like I kind of like, well, I'm not sure if I got the clout first before I got the views. Like I was kind of just like playing the game and like doing it in my hobby, and the community support kind of just like eventually got to the point. But like, yeah, that's a different problem, I guess. Yeah. Any other questions?
I think that's it. I thank you for that. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. Hit me up. Please don't be afraid to hit me up. This goes for literally fucking anyone. I want to see the OC community grow. Thank you for reaching out to me. I am an open fucking book, just like you. All right. I will talk about my shit. But yeah, I'm just like kind of strapped for time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. All right. Enjoy life, Nappy.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you.
Peace,
Bye.
peace. Ah, shit. Holy fuck. The meeting got canceled. Oh my god. It was a false alarm. Holy shit. Wait, I can continue. Actually, wait. Should I continue streaming? Troll despair. Actually, wait, no, I shouldn't continue streaming because now that I have extra time, I can focus on trying to figure out what the short for anything is going to look like. Ah! Wait, my camera's not working. My bad. Hello, chat. I'm back. Do a brainstorming stream? Why not? Alright, chat. What are some apps that I can build using anything? Well, I guess I will really get into the one. I would need to figure out the idea, and then I would need to figure out the prompting, right? So I guess it really starts with the idea. Build a to-do app. I don't really give a shit about that. I already use Todoist. Listen, okay. I don't think anything gives a shit about like what the content is as long as it like gets views type shit. But like I care about it being authentic, you know? So like if I'm going to build this thing and make a video on it, I do want it to be authentic and be like, yo, this actually is interesting. Make a calculator as if it doesn't exist on my goddamn phone. I mean, worst case, it could just be a shit post, but like I don't like doing that. I don't like putting out content that I don't like. What would be something that you need at the moment? Data. I actually feel like data would be something that's interesting, but I don't think people will be interested in data. Like aggregating data, creating like a pitch. Oh shit, wait, did my camera just die? Battery exhausted. And it's gone. Maybe I should end the stream. This is just me, or is the camera looking extra crisp? Yeah, I switched the camera with from like a $400 camera to a $4,500 camera. Wait, I can swap out the battery. Wait, one sec. All right, we should be back. Yellow. So basically a pitch and collect website. Yeah, but I just don't think it would have that big of a like it's not as interesting, you know what I'm saying? It would essentially be like I connect all of my YouTube, I connect my Twitch, I connect my Instagram, I connect all these different platforms, and then it aggregates all the total views that I get split up per platform, the demographics, all this other stuff. And then basically I can just send this one pager to a sponsor once a month. Like I generate one of these reports every month, send it to a sponsor and be like, yo, this is my data. Then calculate my rates for my channel based off of that. And then what's called? Like that would be legitimately useful. At the moment, I'm doing that manually, which is like going onto Twitch, going into my analytics, copying like all this shit over. Or maybe that exists already with like some other service. Who knows? But couldn't you connect it directly to power the camera? I mean, it is connected directly to power via USB-C, which it seems like while it's in standby, it's still draining a little bit, just not as fast. So something that does the job of a Discord bot, basically. Pretty much. Although having it in an app would be cool. But yeah, I don't think that will be useful to like. I don't think that's gonna have like that sort of like, you know, pop off that they would like. What? Okay, I need a blue sky. One sec. Docs.new. What's called? App building ideas. Okay, so we already talked about data analytics aggregator. That compiles advertising data from various platforms and presents it into a document that I can export and then send to advertisers in a pitch for my current rates of my channel. Is something fucking burning? False alarm, my roommate was making a waffle. Pog champion. Burning outlet V2. Holy fuck, dude, I forgot about the outlet. The outlet is crazy. Oh my god. What do you think would compare with your tablet now? If you got the working 8,000 hertz tablet, do you think you'd get better at OSU? No. Well, like, honestly, I feel like it wouldn't. Because I'm not gonna lie, chat. I think all this, like, anything beyond like 1,000 hertz, I feel like is fucking overkill. I think it would feel better, but would it make me better? I don't know. I think your big ticket item was being able to generate that report for sponsors, and that's probably useful for a lot of content creators. Yeah. It definitely would be. That's the thing. Because, like, I shit you not, I was having this conversation with my agency. My agency literally has to DM me asking, yo, Ed, can you screenshot your analytics for this month? And I'm like, a screenshot? That means I send you this screenshot. You have a dude manually transcribe the fucking image into a like spreadsheet or a report. And then my agency is sending that out. I'm like, what the fuck? See, first partner, that would say it's useful. Well, like the idea of this is like the reason why anything is going to be like is wanting this short is because they want to spend advertising on it, targeting certain demographics that may have money to spend, and then hoping that the ad itself will convert people. Which, if that's the case, then as long as the product works and I say that it's a value add for me, then technically it works. But I feel like it. All right, I'll explore it. I'll see it. I'll see what. But let's blue sky some more ideas. Let's see. Blue sky mentality. 9 out of 10 ideas are probably dog shit. We are searching for the 1 out of 10. Let's see. An app that tells me to shower. An app that reminds me to clean my peripherals because they are crusty as fuck. An app that I can use to scan my monitor for all the saliva stains and analyze if it's over a percentage to wipe the damn thing. Let's see. These are all physical based. I need to think more digital. What are some digital applications that I could use? Let me think about some ideas that can make money. Ideas that can make money? Let's see. There are shops. But I feel that's kind of overdone. There are, what's it called? Camera operations? What are problems that I deal with? Because if it's a problem, then it's like, there's surely I can monetize a way to like solve it. Something that analyzes your viewer base. Ideas for a new video. Ideas for a new video. video idea generator for videos. I take a picture of some random object and it spits out a YouTube title and thumbnail for me to use to make a video about that object, scenery, etc. Nah, this is dog shit, bro. Keyboard inventory marketplace. I take photos of my inventory to keep track of what items or what boards I have, quantity of switches, etc. One click to list it onto a marketplace if I want to get rid of it. Maybe expand this so it's not just keyboards, it's a inventory management suite where I can one click to list things for sale if it's taking up too much space. This would actually be useful because it's like I need something that for inventory management. I thought about literally like going in and taking pictures of every cable that I fucking own. And then like wait, that's actually fucking useful. Would anything be able to make that? There's no way. So computers, roundtable, troll, despair, cables, monitors, random shit. Basically to keep track of everything I own. Would need to know where it's placed. Would have a container. What's called value that would describe what the container looks like. Black box, clear box, plastic bag, etc. And then location, address, room, floor plan. I don't fucking know. Wait, this is kind of a banger. Wait. Huh. I don't fucking know. What else? Hell, I could do this for mousepad. Do this for mouse pads. Plus on visual appeal because I can show all the cool designs I have. Plus I can plug OSU. Plus then have it list onto a marketplace where I get rid of old crusty ones for way too much money. Can you kill OBS real quick and set the fucking quality higher? The text is so ass to read. My bad. How do I scroll this? How do I make the scroll? What the? Okay, my face is blocking. Is my face cam frozen? What the? Yo, my face cam isn't working. Overheated? There's no way it overheated, man. Ah, shit. It kept freezing from what I remember. Okay, absolute worst case scenario, what I can do is just plug it in via HDMI. It's just like going to be more tethered. Actually, wait. Let me try turning this off and on. Or unplugging this. Let's see if that did anything.
SPRWTV gifted
Your
a tier
camera
1 sub to
is
your
off.
camera
Wow,
off.
incredible.
They have given 13 gift subs
I
in
think
the
I'm
channel.
aware. Oh, hello there. Wow, who would have thought plugging it, unplugging it, and replugging it back in would have worked? Lamau? All right, back to this. I'll put my face cam on the left. That way y'all can actually read this shit. Yeah, trying to come up with ideas for apps to build because I have to make a short for anything. Do you know what type of frameworks you will use for that stuff, or is it just ideas? I have no idea. All I know is that anything can create websites and mobile apps. And they are releasing a one-click to App Store solution as well. Holy fuck. Knowing what I know now, oh my god. Oh my god. What a nightmare. Yeah, this is about anything. Flip the cam so I actually looked at the thing that you're writing. Oh my god. I mean, I could try flipping the cam. Boom. Now this shit. Oh, this looks hella weird. Oh my god. I mean, I am looking at the stuff, but whatever. You can do something real funny. Bathbot-like application. Bathbot. What does Bathbot even do? Check recent plays, track top scores, a background guessing game. Oh my god. It takes our OSU info. Is this like a Discord bot? I'm pretty sure I've seen this around. I never use Discord bots. It's the most popular one. Dude, I use Discord like Slack. It's my work communication platform. I don't use any like for fun bots. It's made in the hardest programming language. What, assembly? It's made in Rust? Wait, is Rust the hardest programming language? I've seen memes of people being like, yeah, I code in Rust type shit. Kind of like Arch Linux and stuff. It's not the hardest. It's not at all. Oh. Rust is ass, bruh. Let's see. What are some other things I could do? I'm stealing this idea from something off of Twitter. But basically, an app that creates a widget that me and my girlfriend can have that syncs between the two devices. And then when I draw something on the canvas for the widget, it shows up on her phone. This shit is so cute. That shit was so cute, bro. That shit was, dude. Dude, if I can vibe code that shit, that'd be so funny. Did my camera freeze again? Wait, is it actually overheating? Because that's wild. Wait, if it's actually overheating, that's a problem. Problem. Chat, I shit you not, I just placed the Terra deck on a fan. A giant fan. Just to cool it down. Let's see if it works. Alright, I'll be right back. I need a piss. Chat, I got it. Oh wait, my camera's still frozen. Please. Please work, I am begging thee. Oh my god. Oh, it's working. Alright, bet. Wait, Karen. One of my friends is also getting into Roblox. They work for Riot currently, but they're like, holy shit, Roblox is where the money's at, type shit. Wait, Derpy Fox, what if you could use anything and then vibe code the fucking game? I'm just kidding. Chat, do you guys remember, if anyone's here from like the good old like Lynchburg days, would have like a fucking mini fridge filled with these like Tropicana orange juice containers that are just filled with water. Damn right. Is Ed a vibe code enthusiast now? No, not really. I don't actually give a shit. I think it's kind of cool, and like if it actually works, then like I could see myself like learning computer science as a result of it. But I'm working for a company called Cloud Kitchen, and one of their clients is Anything, and I've been tasked with making a short for them. UTV, you made $100 from it? That's crazy. I hope some of those are actually full of orange juice. Get that vitamin C king. I actually take these Kirkland 1,000 milligram things for my vitamin C. Christy? C-H-R-I-S-C-I-E. Christy, yep. Or Churchy. C-H-R-C-H-I-E. What is this? My transactions. Oh, this is your DevX. Ah, wait, that's sick. Oh my god. Wait. It's time. Utiba, it's time for your Roblox arc. Anything is just my job, but they did give me access to the pro subscription. So if they forget to remove it from me, I might start using it to try to vibe code like random apps that might actually like help me. And if it works, that'd be dope. I actually don't know if it works or not. I've never tried it. I saw her post about the code for the fucking Neuro Lamp app. It's so cool. Wait, sure she released the code for it? That's cool. Get a juicer and make real orange juice. She made the app from what I saw. She did the UX. She's a UX designer. And I'm 6 cent help. You need some of this. Kirkland vitamin C. Boosts your immune system. I thought she made the app. Okay, never mind. I guess, but still, the UI looks so good. Yeah. Ed, did you fall off? I've just been focused on other areas, unfortunately. Well, actually, okay, so there are two different things. Around like 2 months ago, or not even 2 months ago, for the last like year and a half, I've been struggling with like investing my time properly. Because like I'm working every single day, but the output is like non-existent. At the end of the day, you guys aren't seeing videos. And then in me trying to work on these videos, like you guys aren't seeing any streams. So I basically just like stopped streaming, even though I'm still working every single fucking day, right? So then I'm like, okay, maybe it's like a management issue. Maybe if I need to be a better like CEO, if you will. So that's when I started like, well, okay. A year before that, I've been like consulting for Cloud Kitchen as like a friend of theirs. I know their founder. And so I've just been helping them on the side. But recently, like I joined them officially because they're like, yo, join our team. We're about to go up to San Francisco. You can see like all of the stuff behind the scenes and like the startup world. I'm like, banger, right? So that's why I started doing that. And I learned a shit ton of stuff from there. And I'm still working with them. Like instead of being like a creator who like is on the receiving end of stuff, I get to see the behind the scenes of how these deals are like negotiated. And like, you know, like it's basically like kind of like the agency side, but also like the negotiation side and also like dealing with the client side on the buyer side. So like on my side, I see like, okay, they want me to do XYZ things, maybe upload a video, maybe upload a short, maybe upload a like do a stream or something, and then like I fill out the contract and then I do the thing, right? And then you guys see it. What I don't see is like what's the conversation in order for a brand to then get that deal to me. And it's actually a lot more complicated than I thought, because oftentimes these brands don't even know what they want. And so that's why there are these like middlemen agencies that help break down like, okay, your objective is to get more users. as a result, you need to focus more on your marketing. If your product is as good as you say it is, then all you need to do is get this in front of people, and then people will subscribe and see the value and like pay you money, right? So the two inputs for the client, for the buyer side, is increase revenue and increase users. And then the marketer, the marketing agency, or like a UTA in my sort of sense, would then communicate with these guys to figure out what the content is or what their product is, what deliverables need to be done, and then the best creators to fulfill that. So if I'm working with like music, for instance, or a rhythm game, they would likely funnel them to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's finding the correct creators that's also kind of difficult. And so that's why these agencies kind of exist, because these agencies are contracted with all these different creators that they can easily be like, okay, we have XYZ, we have these VTubers, we have these blah, 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 blah. And then they like break that massive contract into smaller contracts that these creators will deal with. And I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. In fact, I was managing some of these budgets as well. And I'm like, yo, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm a real person that exists. So you now work for a creator agency instead of being under one? Well, that's the confusing part. So here's the thing. What Cloud Kitchen actually does, if you go to cloudkitchen.com, they do clipping for people, right? So say you're a music artist. You want to see your song being used in 2,000 TikToks overnight. How do you do that, right? Because if you release a song, like, how are people going to discover your song? You can't just expect people to like be like listening to a random mix on Spotify and come across it. You can't expect like YouTube to consistently recommend your song and for it to reach 1 billion views, right? So what people will do, they'll kickstart it by like by wanting people to create content about their song, using their song, so that more people listen to the song, and then word of mouth spreads from there, right? So that's what Cloud Kitchen does. Works really great for music creators, people who are releasing a song. So that's why they have like a bunch of these past campaigns that have been successful. 13 million views, 14 million views. These are real. These are real views that Cloud Kitchen has generated for these artists. What gets interesting is when you start working with not musicians, but other startups. Other startups are really interesting because although they have a product they want to advertise, they have no content. They have no content. Cloud Kitchen is a business that takes your content and distributes it. But if you have no content, you're fucked. We can't work with you. So I was basically brought in to help with like helping these companies like create content, not only getting other my other creator friends to make content on them, but also to like, you know, recommend them of like how working with creators actually happens. So yeah, it's been interesting. It's a solid business. I've discovered songs through that. Exactly. So it's like outsourcing media work. Technically, we are a marketing company that specializes in top of funnel distribution. That's like the top. That's its technical term. But anyways. All right, back to this. What am I doing again? I forgot. App building. Oh! Chat, I had a banger. I had a banger idea. It's actually relevant because I recently got diagnosed with ADHD. My doctor recommended therapy plus plus some apps plus medication. Therapy. I had my first session of therapy recently. They recommended some breathing exercises, journaling, etc. So what if I create an app for ADHD people like myself to set reminders on doing these exercises, create a sort of gamification system / streak system to continue doing these things, and something. Boom! $1 million idea. So it's like, Habitica? The fuck is that? Does this already exist? Gamify your life. Motivate yourself to achieve your goals. Free habit building and productivity app that treats your life like a game. Earn rewards with your goals. Wait, this looks legit. Oh, the UX looks like shit. Huh. What would make your app so special? I don't think it needs to be special. It just would be something that I would use. Like the point of this is to like solve an issue that other people can relate to, which I feel like there's a lot of other people who are also ADHD brained. And then show that like anything can be used to like solve a problem and generate an app that does it. So yeah, I use Habitica and it's fine. Yeah, I mean, okay. There's one issue with this. Therapist said specifically to write it physically. So I wouldn't be able to do it in the app per se. It would need me to do it physically and then maybe take a picture to verify it. I don't know. Sideman, what's up with the Sideman? Send it to your girlfriend. I see the fucking vision. Okay. Oh, this is genius. Okay, I'm gonna have a call with Albert. Albert is helping me film it. Simon reacted to a clip of yours and it's hella ancient. If this is like an old clip, like an old Simon Reacts thing, then I think. Wait, it's new. What the hell?
Last chest?
This is a new Simon Reacts video? It is. What the hell?
Could this be the last chest?
Then he goes into game mode 1 and then whatever, and he.
But this has to be
cheating to fake
like,
it.
It's obvious what he's doing.
Shit. No way!
Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, you're
10
streaming.
plus 2, that's 12. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, this guy's gold.
Let's go.
He's taking a piss.
Hey, look, average dream Minecraft speedrun.
Yo, am I dreaming?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. No, I heard they were legit, man. I heard they were legit.
What incarnation could have happened? Where
The production staff did for her awesome graphics. Of course, you at home.
Yeah, this is the second time that they reacted to that clip. That's funny. Yeah. I don't think it was these guys specifically. I remember it was KSI and like a couple others. But like, damn, that clip is still circulating. Wow. Sidemen are like terrible reactors, so shit. Well, like, okay, I could go on like an entire fucking like rant about reaction content. Because I feel like for most people, that is a genuine reaction. It's like, huh, that's cool. And then you move on to the next thing, right? Or maybe it's not even that. It's just, and then you swipe on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real reaction. But like, what people want to see is, oh my God, did you see how this dude just fell in lava? Oh my fucking God. Serves him right for trying to cheat spawning shit in. You can't even get Eyes of Enders inside of a chest, bro. Like, this guy was so obvious and he got the karma for it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button if you agree. Cheaters, dead of the earth, etc, etc, etc. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, if people do that, then it's like you're overreacting and then you get flamed for that. So it's like, if you act like a normal person, it's like, bro, react harder. And then if you react harder, you're like, bro, you're doing it for the views. So it's like, it's whatever. You can scan text through your camera. Wouldn't that work? Yes. Beautiful. I'm stealing this idea. Yoink. And then and it'll add it, and it will add it to add it / transcribe it to make a digitized journal for you to document your progress. My bad. Oh my god. Damn right. Okay, Ed, did I ever show you my real reacting to finding an owl in my favorite game? No. Send me the clip. Karen says, do I sell my knife? It went from $240 USD insta sell value to 140. I mean, it's up to you. Do you care about the value or do you care about the pixels? For me, I cared about the pixels, so that's why I was like, I don't give a shit. Also, like, aren't you supposed to buy the dip? Not financial advice. The knife means nothing to me, not gonna lie. Then why'd you hold on to it for so long? Oh, Maffy sent me the clip. Oh. Wait, Teddy Haven, a fantasy-inspired shop simulator? This is your favorite game? That's so cute. Oh. This is gonna trade the Thunder for his old GPU? Oh, damn. Well, I guess Thunder's not interested anymore, bruh. Yeah. Okay, chat. It is almost 4 p.m. Hold up. I'll call you in a bit. Let me end my stream first. Chat. Okay. Only 193 people are watching, so you guys need to promise me you won't tell anyone, okay? So, like, obviously, I'm working on this Anything project because I work for Cloud Kitchen and Anything is one of their clients, right? I'm doing the research because I want to do my job correctly. However, I think AI is in a massive bubble. And so, like, if I can get money and then give it to my friends, I will do it. I will also take my own fair share. You know what I'm saying? That's why I gave myself like my own task to make it short. So like I basically like convinced the guys. I'm like, yo, I know this epic cinematographer. If you want these shorts to look incredibly crisp, you should hit up my friend Albert. And then like I'm basically trying to spread the bubble wealth while it's still hot. So like all my friends are making bank. I mean, we'll see if they survive, but yeah. It's fine. Just make sure you're smart about it. Don't be an AI bro. Listen, dude, some of the people that I've met or that I've seen on Twitter are so fucking insufferable about AI, thinking, oh, artists are dead. Oh, you'll never have to hire a designer ever. Oh, software engineers are useless. They've been like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, it's so annoying. And you know for a fact that they're doing it on purpose. And it's just like, dude, I don't want to, like, I didn't open up this goddamn app to be like rage baited by you. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel bad because I also did my fair share of rage baiting. That's why I got canceled, you know? So it's like, shit, this shit is just annoying as fuck. Now I understand how people feel, right? So I'm like, shit, bro. This is why I'm trying to get more into Instagram instead of what's it called? Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. Rage baiting is so like annoying, bro. I hate it. But it works. That's a problem. The reason why you guys are all pissed off is because of all this rage baiting. I doubt anyone actually thinks that they're going to replace a real designer. Like, because like, dude. Okay, some of them definitely. Because a lot of people who have zero standards and have no idea and just want the lowest common denominator. Yes. But like, yeah, it's tough. For people who have taste, okay? People who have taste, they have higher levels. Like we see something that's generated with AI and it's like, oh my God. And then we click off immediately. Like we are the type of people who will actively avoid something if we know it was made with AI, right? Even people with taste are using AI. Well, then it gets into this like whole spectrum argument of like, what is AI? What's not AI? What's ethical use of AI? What's non-ethical use of AI? Like blah, 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 blah. And that's when things get like really fucking complicated. Listen, chat, whether you like it or not, you're using AI. Like, Windows has built Copilot into the fucking thing. And I'm sure Copilot... Do you guys remember when Cortana was, like, running search on your PC? Like, anytime you searched for a file, it was running Cortana. Like, you are using AI without you even knowing about it, you know? Yeah, every time you Google something, the first thing that shows up is an AI overview. Whether you like it or not, you queried that by doing a search. Like, dude, like, everything. Like, you are using AI whether you like it or not. So it's like, bro... What's the line? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm more about the stance of like, shit, dude. The ethical like concerns of it are real. However, given this administration, there's no way they're going to get solved. It's doomed. So now I'm like, okay, if this is the future, I might as well get along with the times and like at least be mindful of like the impact it's happening. But like, it's a losing battle. It's actually a problem now, especially after a lot of companies have laid off a bunch of people they thought could be replaced with AI. Now they're trying to hire them back as quickly as possible. Additionally, the people they thought they could never get replaced, middle management, consultants, executives, are next on the chopping block because their work is exactly what AI is good at, gathering fuck tons of data into a summarized form. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm concerned about now is like, okay, I don't really give a shit about like where things are at now. I give a shit about where things are going. And I think it's very obvious that like AI is going to be a part of our life, period. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like I use ChatGPT more than Google now. Like when I search for stuff, like unless it's something simple that I can easily like Google search, like I just throw it into ChatGPT and it's usually pretty effective. I had this issue with my audio mixer when setting up my PC. Like a bunch of Google searches ran nothing. I was looking through forums, nothing. Did a couple ChatGPT queries, continuing the conversation with my issues, and it solved it. Like that genuinely is a value add. Yes, did I burn a billion fucking trees? Probably. Yes, did I like evaporate an ocean? Most likely. But like that's real fucking value to me. And like if they can get the cost down for that, that's the next problem to solve. If they can get the electricity cost down, maybe that's an excuse to start figuring out nuclear. But like this is the direction, and I've accepted that. And I'm just like, all right. Holy fuck. Now what? It just sucks that I see like so many of my friends, like including even myself actually, like struggling as a result of the impacts. So hey, one of the biggest like revenue drivers for content creators has been UGC. And now there are like AI UGC platforms. So tech like companies, instead of commissioning UGC creators, they'll literally like commission these AI companies to have like AI influencers talk about their product. Whether or not it works, I have no idea. But like, hey. Oh, what's up, Nico? Good morning. Tom Shadow, that I had that issue back when it was still at like ChatGPT 3 and 4, but like 5, I feel like it's, although there are some things that are wrong, it leads me into the correct direction. And so like, although it may not get things 100% of the time right, it's much better than having to do a Google search and then sifting through a shit ton of forums. Duck.ai. What is that? Say hello to Duck.ai. Free and private chats anonymized by us. No account required. Popular AI models from GPT, Claude, Mistral, and Llama. No AI training on your conversations. What the fuck? This is free? How are they paying for the GPUs? Hey. How many trees did I burn by asking? Hey. Asking, hey, doesn't burn any trees. It's just a friendly greeting. If you're curious about environmental impact or something related to trees, feel free to ask. What about gallons of water? Hey, chat, GPUs don't grow on trees. I'm telling you that. Listen, chat. I know you guys have experienced this too. The fucking electricity bill from last month was the highest it's ever been. Like, it's affecting literally everyone because all these goddamn data center companies things are like using so much electricity. It is real. I just hope like the future / the direction ends up getting these problems solved. Cause like, I don't know about you guys. Like, I feel like the US has been behind on nuclear, and like, listen, bro, if this is what it takes to get the nuclear program back up and running in the US, I think that could be a silver lining. But damn, man, I saw that bill. I'm like, damn, holy fuck. I've been watching all the shit on CoffeeZilla. They fucking pardoned CZ, the CEO of Binance. Oh my god. Oh, those who knows. Listen, man, I'm just fucking. They could pardon FTX, man. If they pardon Sam Bankman fucking fraud, holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Hey, crime is legal, right? Found I can no longer access Imgur because of the UK Protection Act. Stupid ass law. What the fuck? But yeah, very cool. Wait, I'm supposed to end the stream. Shit, I need to call Albert. Whoops. All right, goodbye, chat. How we going? Who should we host? Damn, I'll actually like look into duck.ai. That's actually legit. Right, Koi? Rank guessing until 10 in a row. Oh my god.
I haven't seen a diff on
FC your top / most played improv.
And I think Crazy Rabbits and the top tip are the only
Bro's been doing this shit for centuries. I can't even blame him though. Like, it's good. Like, it's nice to have comfort food content, dude. Sometimes I just want to watch a video and just be entertained, and like, or watch a stream and be entertained. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I just don't know why I'm allergic to that. Like, if I really wanted to, I could make my channel much more like consistent by farming a shit ton of Osu at X levels of difficulty, playing every map in X genre. Or like, I could, but it's like, shit, bro. Albert Chang, Karen. Oh, what's up, Kevin? Good morning. What the fuck? Only 3 hours? Yeah, Kevin, times have changed, man. I'm busy, bro. John Portland made a 10 levels of difficulty video, I think. Oh, yo. Is it banging? Now we'll see if I live in a bubble or if, like, it's actually a trend. Jonathan Porler. I'll Natsu at 10 difficulty levels.
We are doing 10 levels of I2 Natsu in order to finally get the FC we've been looking for on the top diff, which is worth 9.
This is like an interesting song, trending song. it's only relevant, or okay, maybe this is big ego, but I feel like it's only relevant because Chompy made that one clip of me playing it and called it that one aim map. Holy fuck, dude. Hey, banger though, banger. We take those. Drawn Further would actually make a good YouTube Shorts farmer. Those who knows. Oh shit, I guess it hosted. Goodbye.
Certainly shaking like crazy at the end.